Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
Yeah. You know what, Josh? We got a spirited crowd out there.
Already?
Got ourselves a good crowd, so let's really give her hell.
That's good to hear.
We welcome you to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Everyone. Tuesday. Here we sat on a Tuesday. You know, we coughed up some concert information on our listening audience yesterday. There's a concert coming to town. We're calling it the Half-Assed Morning Show Summer Bash, coming up in July, the 16th of July, over there at the new Mystic Lake Amphitheater. The starring acts of the show are Creed. They're a big damn deal, right, Creed?
They are.
Yep.
Seems like they've had a push in popularity again as of recently. Or is that the liquor talking?
No, I would agree with that for sure.
Reunited, and they're going around and selling places out left and right.
Did they break up and then they reunited?
Yes. I've been watching some live videos, or I shouldn't say live videos, but videos from their shows on YouTube. You know, YouTube's been telling me, you might want to watch some of this. Mark Tremonti, I think he's a wonderful guitar player. I've really enjoyed him over the years, and it's cool to see him back together. And I'll tell you what, some of the ladies they show in the crowd were very, very glad Creed's back together.
Some of the ladies in the crowd were very excited?
Oh, yeah.
That means there's going to be chicks there?
I'd imagine so, just based on some of the videos I've seen.
You don't go to live concerts anymore unless there's fly honeys involved.
Yeah, that's pretty much my only criteria. We're taking a family vacation, and truthfully, I told them, I don't care where we go, and there just has to be bikinis.
The chicks are pumped about Creed.
They are.
Even though they're probably not going to get any backstage because they're a straight-laced group.
Well, back in the day, remember Scott Stapp has the infamous story where he's on a bus with, was it Kid Rock? I can't remember.
It was Kid Rock or Geddy Lee or somebody.
Definitely not Geddy Lee.
It was not Geddy Lee. You're correct about that.
I'm 100% sure it was. And he's supposedly, I have no idea if this is a true story, but it was kind of an infamous story for a little while. Scott Stapp, straight-laced guy, was supposedly on the tour bus getting oral, saying, "It's good to be the king." Do you remember that story?
Oh, yeah.
Was it Kid Rock that told us that
I think
story?
it was the Kid Rock.
Yeah.
But other than a couple of hiccups, they're a pretty straight-laced group of dudes, aren't they?
From what I understand, some of the rig rundowns with Mark Tremonti where he takes you backstage and
he
says...
talks about his rig?
No. That's his hog rundown. Where he'll talk about the guitars he plays or some of the effects they use and stuff like that.
Is he a regular Jeff Watson?
He's more of a Randy Watson.
Randy Watson. Can he do what, who's our guy again? That he does so many incredible things on the guitar? Brad Gillis?
Brad Gillis is wonderful.
Is he
and underrated.
All right, so Creed's one of the starring acts of our Half-Assed Morning Show Summer Bash coming up in July.
And this has me excited, too, because it reminded me that my buddy Stolly never gave me back my Creed CD in 1999, so I'm going to hit his ass up and get that CD back.
Yeah, you want to get ready for the show.
Exactly.
I feel like I was just on the front lines of a battle. Your microphone is so loud. Did it?
that did seem kind of loud.
Oh.
I'm backing you 100% on what's been going on between you and Stolly.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, you sounded like you were living inside my skull when you said that.
Man.
Anybody watch Family Guy over the weekend?
I did, yeah.
No.
They had a scene, and it's so relatable, I guess, because I've seen it too, where they'll have like a national ad for a car company. And you just did what they did at the end of that, and then all of a sudden the local part comes in, right? Where it'll be like, stop by Mauer Chevrolet. That type of thing. And the mics are completely different. It's over-modulated. I'm sure you guys have seen that.
Yeah, the national part is so polished and great.
By the way, I just threw out Mauer Chevrolet. Not that they do that, but that's the first one that came to mind. Yeah, that is so right. You see that so many times, and that's what you just did to us.
I apologize. My mic was at its normal level. I'll pop it down a little bit.
Maybe your voice got louder overnight.
Maybe I did.
Busch is going to be part of the Summer Bash. They've sold a record or two.
Oh, yeah, they just put on a great show. Was it at the Varsity? Not last year. Saw some videos from that. Good stuff.
And also appearing at the Summer Bash is a character by the name of Tim Montana. Now, someone give me the rundown on how folks can get their tickets.
Well, we have a pre-sale Thursday morning beginning at 10 a.m. If you go to 93x.com, you can get registered for that. We'll send you a little email to remind you, hey, if you want tickets, you can do it here. Get you that keyword. And it's 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Thursday. And then Friday, it opens up to everybody else.
Thursday, a special pre-sale. Friday, everybody else. Friday, everybody else can get involved and buy tickets to the Half-Ass Morning Show Summer Bash. We're going to dump some free concert tickets on your sorry asses later on today. Tickets to this concert, obviously, that we've been discussing. We're going to give you a crack at free tickets later during this here morning show. I feel even better these days about giving away concert tickets than I ever did before because they're so friggin' spendy.
It's big money now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird because we've mentioned this before, but back in the day, we'd have tickets like for Korn or some of the big bands at the time, and people would do incredible things for a $20 ticket. And now, the fees are 5 times that. It's outrageous now. So you're right. It is a cool prize. A ticket to pretty much anything nowadays is very expensive.
Even a movie ticket.
What do they want for a movie ticket? What do they want in trade nowadays?
Like $14.
Yeah, and sometimes the primetime ones, and if it's in an IMAX theater, it can run you close to $20 just to see the film.
What about say those discount theaters like the Excelsior Docks? What do they want nowadays?
Probably like $2.
$2.
If you want to see Air Bud specifically.
You know what I saw at the Excelsior Docks years ago, Roadhouse? Here are some items that people refuse to buy anymore. They're just saying, nope, not going to buy these items anymore because they're too expensive. Steak.
I don't remember the last time I bought it.
It's got to be a special occasion.
Yep.
I love steak.
Definitely a special occasion. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I've ever bought steak where it wasn't a special occasion. I was raised that was a special occasion meat.
That's not a Tuesday night dinner.
My husband just brings home steak from his job. That's pretty cool.
Okay, now it makes sense why you married him. I've always wondered.
It's pretty sweet.
The meat. A lot of women marry the guy for the meat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Beer, wine, or liquor at a restaurant. People won't be drinking their beer, their wine, or their liquor at a restaurant because they feel as if it's too expensive.
It is expensive.
I'm not going to stop doing that.
I can get down with that for sure.
I'm always going to drink a beer.
Yeah.
Fast food, I guess, is not selling like they used to, which, what does that mean? Instead of making $700 billion, they're making $699 billion? Fast food restaurants still rake in the cash, right?
They do, but it's funny now. Back in the day, my cheap option that I would go to, like, I got to save some bucks this month. I'm going to go there for dinner. That's now the very expensive option almost. The prices have gone up so much.
Well, I think more the fast casual are kind of more expensive.
Definitely.
More so than like a McDonald's or something.
Yeah, what happened to a good old value menu?
Give me an example of a fast casual restaurant.
Well, I'm afraid to pick on anything, but I'll throw it out there because I love the place. Chipotle, for example, is not quite as cheap as it used to be. I love them. But that's going to run you more money than it is at a McDonald's.
But they're considered fast casual as opposed to. I
think that's what they call it. Yeah.
As opposed to fast food. Okay. Dana, didn't you get some free fast food the other day and in a very interesting fashion?
This was fantastic. Sunday morning, I get a phone call from my brother-in-law. He lives up in Grand Forks. And he goes, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, "Well, you know me. I can always be hungry." He goes, "Well, you got Taco Bell showing up at your door in about 5 minutes." I'm like, "How and why?" And he goes, "Well, I'm hungover. I tried to DoorDash myself some Taco Bell, but I forgot that the last time I ordered DoorDash was when I was staying with you guys, so My loss is your gain. You got some Taco Bell coming your way.
DoorDash.
It notifies you. It'll be like, hey, you're far away from this address. Are you sure?
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, and he thought, yeah, I'm sure.
I've done that with Amazon by accident. You know, like we'll send my niece lives in California, and we'll send her gifts and stuff, and I've forgotten. So all of a sudden she gets a new toothbrush or something by accident.
Yeah. So because the last time your brother-in-law ordered Taco Bell, your address, Dana, was on record with DoorDash.
Yep.
You got the order.
I got the order.
That's awesome.
And then he replaced the same order just for his own address. So he basically bought 2 meals of Taco Bell.
Here are some other items that folks are apparently refusing to buy because it's just too damned much money. New motor vehicles, used cars are the thing now, and they're twice as expensive as they used to be, but people are buying more used cars.
My last vehicle, I got a new one because the used one was more expensive. Remember in the pandemic, it was like if they had it on the lot, it was going to cost you more.
That was crazy.
Isn't that weird?
That's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's off the charts. Here's movie tickets. Okay, movie tickets are too expensive. It doesn't seem like it. Like I said about fast food, it doesn't seem like less people are going to movies because we sit here as part of our responsibilities of running a morning program. Sometimes we'll tell you, hey, the latest Avatar movie made $800 billion. It doesn't seem like...
Well, theater traffic is definitely down just because of all the streaming options these days.
Oh.
And how quick it comes to your house.
Oh, it used to be you have to wait 6 months by the time a movie hit the theater so you could watch it at home, and now
Even
it's
more.
like 2 weeks sometimes.
I love going to the theater, though. You got to go on Tuesdays, right? I think Tuesdays at Marcus Theater is the cheap day, and then I'm not sure what it is at AMC. I think it might be Wednesdays.
I used to absolutely love it. I don't know what changed. I guess I just love being at home.
I'm sure.
Insurance. People are skipping out on buying insurance.
Dude, insurance
though.
is insane expensive. Insane. I mean, like our homeowners insurance has doubled since we moved in 2019, and we haven't had any claims. Nothing.
It's crazy.
You guys, you know anybody who will drive around for 3.5 years on expired tabs?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I
yeah.
always like that when a buddy stops by my house and somehow I notice that his tabs are 3 years old.
Yeah.
And the sumbitch says, "I'm not paying. I'll take the ticket." Whatever. Okay. People, I didn't even think that. I never would imagine this would have been included in the conversation as far as things that are too expensive to buy these days. I didn't think anyone was interested anymore in magazines.
I wonder if they mean like online magazines. Like I subscribe to the local papers here and a couple different ones for work, and the price difference is pretty incredible.
It says here, magazines that used to be $5 are now $14. Maybe they are referring to online magazines, but I was picturing, your good old-fashioned newsstand.
Could be.
I got a magazine recently. It was one of those impulse purchases at the checkout thing. It was like a special Time magazine edition about, I'll say it, Lego. Kind of history of Lego. I'm like,
Cool.
This is cool. I'll take this. And I didn't look at the price. They rang it up. It was like $19. And I was
What?
like, oh, wow.
Yeah, those are supposed to be like $2.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing? Don't
I was
do
just
that.
like, oh, okay, I can just read this on the coffee table for a little bit. That'll be fun. But no, $19.
Yeah, you might as well just, go buy a book at that point, a couple books.
Exactly.
Magazines. I used to buy a lot of magazines.
So did I.
When
man.
when I was a kid, I'd buy all the rock and roll magazines. And
Hit
then
Parader, was that one?
I
of them?
bought Hit Parader, I bought Circus, I bought
Oh, yeah,
Metal
Circus,
Edge. I didn't
Metal
care.
Edge.
I would read all the hard rock magazines, and then I'd go ahead with the Sports Illustrated, and then I'd go ahead with the porno mags, and then I'd go ahead with the...
Did you ever have a subscription to Sports Illustrated?
Oh, I did.
Well, my dad did.
Thursdays were Sports Illustrated days. I get off the bus and run straight to the mailbox.
Did you get the football phone?
Never
No.
got the football phone.
Oh, that's so cool.
But
I
I did-
believe, Josh, my dad signed up for Sports Illustrated sometime in the mid-'80s just for me. And he didn't give a pump. But I think we were in line. We had qualified for the football phone somewhere around 7 or 8 times in
man.
the 30 years that my dad was signed up for Sports Illustrated, and he told them no every time.
Oh, that's devastating. I wanted one of those so bad. Those football phones, for whatever reason, I thought it was one of the coolest things I'd seen.
I can't say that I was ever really too excited about the football phone.
Oh, you weren't?
I mean, No, I just thought it was silly looking.
Yeah, it was, but I don't know. It just seemed so cool.
Garth Algar sure was excited about it in Wayne's World too.
I don't remember.
When it finally came, he was very happy. I never got the phone, but I did get some of those blooper VHS tapes, of like the best football bloopers and the hardest hits,
I was hooked on that.
Those were fun.
I was hooked on the blooper sports VHS tapes, man. Some of that stuff was so funny. Especially, we've discussed this before and played some of the audio. I think the one that would kill me, even when I became a grown person, I still found it so funny. And that was the Sports Illustrated NFL bloopers VHS tape where they used the voices of the Looney Tunes characters to explain what was happening. Who was the giant chicken again? Foghorn Leghorn, Porky Pig, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck. They all played a role in this. I still have it somewhere at my house where Porky Pig is talking about rain. My buddies and I watched that when we were 12, and we watched it when we were 32 years old. And we loved it. When I was 12 years old, Josh, when Sports Illustrated would inform us that we were in line for the football phone, I'd kind of shrug my shoulders. But when they told us we were in line for a blooper tape, I would say, Dad, don't F this up. Get that friggin' blooper tape.
Eastbound at Sundown Jesus said he had the SI football phone in the 80s, said we weren't missing much. It looked cool, but the sound was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the last thing I would even consider.
Yeah, kind of like a DeLorean. It looks cool, but if you've ever ridden in one, it's absolute garbage.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Furthermore, items that people are refusing to buy because they cost just too much damned money these days. A couple people have texted in and said they or someone that they know is done buying whores.
Oh, is the cost of a whore risen over the years?
That's what they say. They say the cost of a good whore.
Everything else they have to go buy stuff.
Yeah,
They've
whores got to eat too.
Yeah, their clothing's more, getting to and fro with gas prices. Sure.
Yep.
Manicures and pedicures.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked when I learned the cost of those things.
Yeah, those have always been expensive.
What the hell? Well, what does it say here? The prices have gone up like crazy in the last couple of years for a manicure or a pedicure. It's like lighting $200 on fire every 2-ish weeks.
I do not pay that much when I get my nails done. And I get them done maybe 2 times a year. I always regret it because with fake nails, I can't itch. And that bothers me.
I don't know how you can do anything with fake nails.
It's pretty easy. You get used to it.
So you're saying you get pedicures and manicures and it's not that expensive?
No, but maybe I just go to cheaper places, I guess.
My wife doesn't. Yeah, it's nowhere near.
A lady has a van in the
yeah,
parking
exactly.
lot. Instant Cart and DoorDash.
Instacart, yeah.
Nah, I will never give up DoorDash. I spend a stupid amount on
I've never
DoorDash.
done DoorDash on purpose, meaning like you go to a restaurant's website and order online. That's just who they use.
The fees add up very quickly.
Yeah, that's why we don't do. We usually will just pick it up.
I pay for the yearly something, I don't know, and it helps with fees, I guess. But I have no idea if it actually helps at all.
People aren't buying new video games. People aren't buying brand name soda. People aren't buying new, or I should say brand name potato chips. Is that all true?
I slowed down on my pop drinking for that purpose.
I still eat a lot of potato chips. I don't eat soda. I don't play video games. Video games, again, like concert tickets, fast food, and movies. Yeah, cost an arm and a leg, but they're still doing pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
Still doing pretty well. Dana, you follow video games. When's the last time you heard of a popular video game saying, hello, will anybody buy us? Right? People are going to buy it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's still people that can afford them.
Haven't they outsold movies?
Oh, yeah. The big ones like the Grand Theft Autos and stuff like that, they outperform movies.
Even as a whole, the whole industry.
Yep.
I thought they, and some of those esports are so popular, the amount of money the purses for something like that is millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. And I thought somebody had said, maybe this is wildly inaccurate, but I thought major sporting events have trouble competing with esports. How many people tune in for something like that?
Oh, really?
Maybe it's a worldwide audience.
I still haven't tried the whole esports thing. That's where you watch somebody play a video game?
Yeah.
Yeah, because what's the name of the local one owned by the Vikings?
Oh,
It's like the Rocker,
yeah, that sounds right.
Minnesota Rocker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like Ashley and I said earlier about having a beer. Yeah, I know a beer is $17 at a Timberwolves game, and yeah, I know it's ridiculous, but I'm gonna have a beer.
Yeah.
And people
that's why they can make it any price, because they know there's people that like me that are like, yeah, I need a beer.
I think it's the same with concert tickets. It sucks, but you're gonna go see your favorite band.
Yep.
Fast food's too expensive, but you're gonna have a Fire Burger. I don't know. Give me a popular hamburger, a Big Mac. Video games, yeah, they cost too much money, but you're gonna play Pac-Man or whatever the hell the latest.
Well, you still will, but for me personally, it's just the things I'm very, very overly passionate
Right,
about.
that's
that I'll pay
exactly
for.
what I mean.
Not like the old days where I'd be buying a video game all the time. Like, I got to wait until I know it's one I really want. Same thing with the concerts. If I'm not truly in love with the band, I'm not going to spend the money to go see them anymore.
Well, because you got to throw on things like, this is like old guy talking, but it's, we've mentioned how expensive parking is around places like some of the bigger shows, especially.
All right, you guys go ahead with this. Because I don't know Dick Tracy about it. Finally here, as far as items that people are supposedly refusing to buy these days because it costs too much. Streaming services. Now, that sounds like what I was just saying. Yeah, it costs too much, but there are people who just are not going to live without it.
We dropped some. I've been dropping subscriptions to various things.
Yeah,
Just yesterday I dropped a couple.
I check my subscriptions like every month and see if I can get rid of anything.
All right.
Yeah, we dropped Netflix not too long ago. Well, a few months ago now, I think. And my son, he's my youngest, is like, you know what, Dad? You hit me where it hurts.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I love Netflix. I couldn't get rid of that. Netflix and Hulu, but then I'm like, but then there's Prime. And I'm like, and what if something comes out on HBO Max? I don't know. And I'm sure there's a way, like, because I pay for one of those, I get the other one free. But I'm just like too lazy to figure all that out. So I probably pay way too much.
Yeah, no, you're right. It adds up with all the different services, and
everybody started cutting the cord because I'm going to save money. Now I'm not going to use cable. I'm just going to go streaming. I'm going to cut the cord. And now they probably pay twice as much on their cable bill with all the streaming services they've racked up.
Through work here, I met a guy who's an executive at a cable company, and he said that's exactly what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. He's like, it sounds really cool, these streaming services, but pretty soon it's going to add up. It's going to be more than the cable bill everyone's been complaining about.
Interesting. People are texting in some of the other items. I mean, the list could go on for days. Some of the other items that are just wildly expensive. Especially when you compare it to only a few years ago. Tobacco products. That's designed to get us to quit, right?
Probably.
I don't know. I don't follow certain things, but I always imagine whenever cigarettes or chewing tobacco prices go up, I don't know, they're trying to make money on the last few of us who are still involved in tobacco. I don't know what the reason is, but my damn. I mean, a can of chew is $14. When I was in high school, a can of Copenhagen was 35 cents.
I don't. Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow. You probably wouldn't know.
$4.35.
For what now?
Tobacco.
Do you know, like, how much of that is taxes? I was going to. Maybe you have no idea.
I know nothing about these types of.
Because I've heard the taxes are ridiculous.
To be honest with you, Josh, a can of chew when I was in high school was around $5.
Okay.
But only a few years ago, it was like $8 or $9, and now suddenly it's $14.
What's a pack of cigarettes again? Like 100? I'm sorry, not a pack. A carton, like in the hundreds?
Yeah,
I think so.
A sleeve of
I remember
chew, a sleeve of chew, 5 cans at a time, is $80, $75. It's go ahead. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous.
I remember when my parents used to smoke cigarettes when I was younger. A carton would be like $30-$40.
Yeah,
It was way cheaper, and they used to buy cartons. And one of the reasons I think they quit smoking is that it was just too expensive.
I know a lot of people who have quit chewing and quit smoking for that very reason, or at least that's the story they're sticking with.
Yeah,
but I believe it.
I'm
know
sure
a lot of guys.
It's what are you going to do? You only have so much money you can spend. I'm sure that's one of those things that It's going to be maybe some people love that fact.
Can't the guy kill himself slowly without going broke?
Yeah, come on.
Fun size Jesus says coffee, and actually a bunch of people now are texting in coffee. It's so expensive.
Yeah, I've really been noticing that lately. That's getting so out of hand.
People are saying toilet paper. That's actually on the list.
I don't notice things that I absolutely need, like paper towels, toilet paper.
No, I don't
because,
check the prices.
I said, like we were talking about with beer, Nick, I'm still going to buy it.
Yeah.
I need to.
I don't check the prices on things like toilet paper. I grab my favorite brand and I put it in the cart.
Every once in a while, I'll look at it. Like one of the stores I like to go to, they don't carry all the name brand stuff you would normally see at Target and Cub and all that. And their toilet paper was $4. But I was like, I don't know if I trust $4 toilet paper.
We've covered this before. I am not going to wipe my tender, willing bottom with the stuff you get in a train station bathroom. Okay?
The stuff we get is basically powder.
And I don't get you, Josh. I mean, I don't get, of all the things to sacrifice, you want to wipe with that train station bathroom toilet paper because it puts another $5 in your pocket?
Yep.
That's why you're always going to the friggin' ass doctor.
Certain things there have been improved.
I will, even if I'm on my last $20, I'm spending money for the right ass wipe.
Josh, is your toilet paper worse than the stuff we have at work here?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, it's basically just a powdered roll.
It disintegrates on contact?
Yeah, our bathroom, you got to clean that up because there's powder everywhere.
I bet it's so dusty.
That is so silly. But then again, if you're going to buy train station bathroom toilet paper, it might as well be used in the home of a couple who follow and celebrate clean living, right? You and your wife probably make 2 little perfect deuces a day, right? Because of your perfect diet. If you were drinking Old Milwaukee and eating pizza rolls every night, you wouldn't be buying that train station quality toilet paper.
When I'm lucky, I've never had to wipe a marker. You know, people will say they just wipe and wipe and wipe. Is that from Parks and Rec?
Parks and Rec.
Yeah, if you're wiping a marker, then I understand. You probably want the good stuff so you're not using all of it.
So I suppose for a clean living character like yourself, it's not going to torture you the way it would torture us regular slobs. I didn't get it when I was a kid, and my dad would see us 16-year-old kids running around with cheap cases of beer. You know, we'd buy Black Label and Blatz and all this cheap beer, and my dad would always say, hey, it's nice that you save some money on beer, but you're going to spend twice the money on toilet paper. And I didn't get the joke till I got a little older, you know?
Yeah.
He's right. He's right. You drink that stuff, you're going to be on the toilet the whole next day. So that, I guess, explains that. You probably don't even notice the train station quality toilet paper because you're only in there 2 little perfect visits a day, right?
And it cuts it off so clean you probably don't even need to wipe.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Josh, when's the last time you had to hang on to that toilet seat like you were on the Enterprise?
No, I've been very lucky in that regard.
Or you don't even bother wiping. You just turn the shower on. You're like, this is the only way that's going to fix this. Happens, actually.
I've never had that experience.
You know
Some people have had those experiences as recently as yesterday.
Yes, I heard an off-air story.
Dude, what? No.
By the way, that story was told on purpose when you had left the studio, Ashley, to spare you.
Yeah, I'm glad.
You don't need to hear the story.
No.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today, 763-571-2410, or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Gotta give me a minute here. You gotta give me a minute.
Take your time. We're chillaxing.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
I'm bringing it back.
Are you?
Have you seen the chillaxi running around town?
No.
Oh, I love it.
What is that?
It's like a taxi service. I've seen it a couple times, the chillaxi.
Sounds cool.
I'm familiar with the Chillaxi. I think I've actually ridden in one.
Oh, have you? Was it everything it says it is on the side of the vehicle?
The orgasm that I had was unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah. I think I've been in a Chillaxi.
Chillaxi.
Oh, wow. We were busting Chubby. Your name isn't Chubby, but it could be. We were busting Cubby's chops a little earlier about his cheap toilet paper. He's completely content to wipe with the same stuff you get in the train station bathroom. Yeah, you like to save a few bucks. I like to make a big, fat, comfortable pillow before I wipe myself with the most expensive toilet paper you can find. I want it to be so comfortable.
Yep.
I want it to be like sitting in the back of a friggin' Chillaxi. Here's a listener texted in. What? Whoops.
Chillaxi.
Here's a listener who texted in on the topic of Cubby's cheap toilet paper. He said it's dual purpose. I don't understand. It's dual purpose. You can also give yourself a Brazilian because it's like 120 grit sandpaper. You save money on your Brazilians.
You know, I've been receiving support via text because I was embarrassed to admit this. I am a bidet Judas. We have a bidet. We had our bathroom redone. I was talked into it by the contractor.
Good.
It's a life changer.
Yes, it is. It's beautiful.
It's
beautiful.
I thought it was too bougie. I didn't want to take anything up there. That's an Audi, not an innie.
Doesn't it kind of make you wonder, wow, I've just been walking around town not completely clean this whole time?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I thought that's a rich man's game. Ours wasn't expensive, but it has changed my life. Hemorrhoids, gone.
Nice.
I'm not going to go ahead with that bidet movement. I just think it
Took me 49 years.
I think it's silly.
I'm with you on that, but it is a life changer.
It's silly to sit there as a grown man and have cold water spray up my ass.
Well, it also works as a
Get
tooth,
warm.
like a water pick. If you want to get in between the teeth.
I couldn't feel right about it. I just really couldn't feel right about it. X-Ray Jesus texted in to say he brings his own toilet paper to work because the stuff at
that.
work is such garbage. Good for you.
I rarely get to go here, but we blow our nose in this stuff, and our noses get raw. This is pretty rough.
Yeah,
stuff.
that does hurt.
All right.
There's a grit to it.
The stuff here at work?
Yeah.
And that's the same as what you have at home.
Oh no, the stuff I have at home is cheaper.
It's worse.
It's worse
than what we get here at work.
Yep.
Oh, so this is a luxury for you
It's
right now.
basically rice paper, what we have at home.
I can't imagine
powder.
living like that. Can't imagine living like that. All right, on to the Stupid News Report. This is fun. Or at least it sounds like it should be fun. Last week at a Texas television station, an anchor and a how do you say that?
Meteorologist?
Thank you. An anchor and a meteorologist got into a little on-air pissing match. And now both of them are trying to smooth things over. The anchor, a gal by the name of Carney Porter.
It's a cute name.
Carney?
Yeah, I like that.
Well, yeah, I picture him saying, "Step right up, play the what are the games they're always hollering at us about?"
Well, there's that milk jug one.
Milk jug game.
Makes me think of Carney Wilson.
Yeah, it makes me think of one or the other. A Carnival Barker or Carney Wilson from the Wilson Phillips outfit. The anchor, a gal by the name of Carney Porter, and the chief meteorologist, a guy called Michael Bowling. The two of them were jaw-jacking about the weather live on air. The next thing you know, things got a little snippy. At one point, the weather guy, Bowling, bitched that the anchor, Porter, never listens to him. Porter said the reason behind that is because he's boring.
Don't have any rain in our forecast, but Midland weather. I don't have any rain in the forecast in the next few days. But in the next 2 days, we have Midland weather radio.
I just said a second ago we have rain in the forecast.
That's not until last weekend, right?
Well, I have the day of the event. I have rain.
I'm talking like 4 days.
It's coming. Actually, the rain chance is coming before the event.
Correct people and just do your job.
I just don't know why you don't listen to me. Anyways, take a look at your Bible. Take. Oh, wow. Okay. Anyways.
Every once in a while, you can watch a news program and tell that they hate each other.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe I'm inferring too much, but it kind of seems like, boy, I don't think they like each other at all.
Definitely.
Did you speed that up?
No.
My God.
I couldn't
talk
understand anything they were
fast.
saying.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't?
No.
And
No,
other,
I could. Yeah.
it sounded so fast, and also that's all the bass that dude has in his voice?
It's not much. Here's a different version. It's a little louder. It might be tough to hear.
We don't have any rain in our forecast, but Midland weather
Did you say
radio.
you don't have any rain in the forecast?
In the next few days. But in the next 2 days, we have Midland weather radio
I
day.
just said a second ago we have rain in the forecast.
Well, not until this weekend, right?
Well, I have the day of the event. I have rain.
Well, I'm talking like 3 or 4 days.
It's coming. Actually, the rain chance is coming before
Stop
the
trying
event.
to correct people and just do your job.
I just don't know why you don't listen to me. Anyways, take a look at your Bible. Take. Oh, wow. Okay.
They're
Anyways.
fast talkers.
They sound like seventh graders,
Yeah.
both
Because
of
you're
them.
boring.
There's a guy we
Mean.
used to work with. He went over and he was a producer on a different morning show for a while. And he mentioned that they hated each other over there so much that they didn't talk off air at all. They'd have to.
That sounds nice.
He was the go-between. And I thought, and I'd heard the morning show before, and I was shocked. I thought for sure you'd probably be able to pick up on that, but not at all. And I can't imagine how you would be able to work in a morning show capacity, something where you have to interact with somebody like that so much, where you hated the other person. I mean, I know there's been, in the past, we've had coworkers that are a little difficult to deal with, but hating that person and having to work with them would be pretty tough.
Josh, I've been that middleman before, and it is awful.
Oh, you have as well?
Yes, 100%.
To the point where it's same thing, they won't talk off air at all?
Won't talk to each other off the air, and then once one of them leaves the room, the other starts venting to me and saying, well, you agree with me, right?
Oh, no.
And then I'm like, hey, this is between you two. And then that person would leave, and the other person then would just start going on a tirade over this person saying, well, you see what I'm saying? You're on my side on this, aren't you? I'm like, you guys just need to have a grown-ass adult conversation.
You know what? You could basically trash talk the other person both times, and since they don't talk, they'd never find out about it.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I should
that's
have taken
fine.
advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So teed off on the
uncomfortable.
person.
That's uncomfortable.
These two television personalities trying to do the news had a little pissing match. Weather guy says, you know what, lady, you never listen to me. She says, it's because you're boring. Now, the very limited amount of people who were watching at home thought this was interesting enough to share the bit on the soulless, evil social media, and it made the rounds there, too. The next day, the weather guy and the anchor gal both made mildly anticipated statements on Facebook. They both said that the two of them are good friends who enjoy busting each other's gonads. I don't know if any of us are buying that.
Yeah, I do not believe that for a second.
That sounded like frustration.
Yeah.
I'm just playing the odds when I guess that they truly don't like each other very much, because if there's one thing I know after all the years in the business, and Josh and Dana and Ashley, you guys were just commenting on this, after all the years in this business, whether it be radio or television, I think most on-air people who have to work as a team, like a radio morning show or a television news team, most of them don't like each other at all.
Yeah.
It kind of seems that way from what we've heard before.
It's so weird to me.
We're lucky, I think, because I don't. That when people ask like about the show, I say, we get lucky for that reason. We actually enjoy each other's company. It'd be miserable working in a capacity like that with people you couldn't stand.
And here's why. These days, radio and television companies don't pair folks up to work together because of their compatibility. It's because they were the best or possibly the only choices available.
That's a good point. They're the only one that would agree to do it.
There's no time and no money to sit down anymore and choose, well, these 3-4 people would be the most compatible. It's just who's available.
Yeah.
And then, a lot of times because of this and that, you grow to hate each other. Like Josh just said, based on what I'm telling you, you probably won't believe us, but we actually do like each other.
I think we were very lucky that we were friends a couple years before the show started. And it was like a dream come true for me to be able to work with you.
Oh, you and I, you're referring to, yes.
So, I mean, we must have just got really lucky.
We were pretty tight before this nightmare even began. And the sad truth is, you know that television or radio personality that you love so much, the one that seems so wonderful and friendly? They're quite often an impossible, pain-in-the-ass, delusional prick idiot when the microphones and cameras are off. I'm sorry to break your heart. Josh and Terry Train are the exceptions to this rule.
Yeah.
Terry Train's one of the sweetest people I've ever met.
So sweet.
Our old coworker and friend, Ton Mastery, who's passed sadly, she was one of them. Ton Mastery was like a giant hug from the most beloved person you could ever meet.
Oh, that's awesome.
She was wonderful. But you're right. I've been disappointed a couple times where I was
disappointed and almost, despite our experience here, shocked by one particular.
Oh, yeah. There's people that have changed completely when they got a little notoriety in their mind. Yeah, there's a couple times where I've never believed in the radio wars whatsoever. We always thought it was kind of silly. I mean, there was a time where we were told to be mean to people who worked in radio, or just you can't talk to them, right?
Right.
Be mean.
We had bosses that we were kind of talking about this off air yesterday. We had bosses who that was their thing. And then if you communicated with somebody else from a different station, you were looked at as a pariah around
It's
here.
ridiculous.
It was so stupid.
Yeah, I once got crap from a boss because I interacted with another radio personality on Twitter. Why are you tweeting with them? I don't, because he made a comment about the Vikings, and it was like so silly. Like, oh, by you interacting with them, they're going to go listen to that show now. I'm like, I really don't think that's the case, man.
I've been big-timed a couple times by folks who I was surprised because I thought they were pretty cool. Like listening to them on air.
Mm-hmm.
There was one example where I was truly shocked. So, you think you know these people. You don't know. Quite often.
Some of them are great actors.
Quite often, it's acting, it's faking. You think, okay, there's no way this person off air could be anything other than the wonderful person they present themselves to be on air. One time, I was just truly thrown. I couldn't believe it. And I was so disheartened and disappointed when I learned who they truly were.
But, since we're talking about this, I had planned on, at the end of the news, thanking the Power Trip morning show at KFan. We're getting texts, and thank you for letting us know, by the way, that they were saying some kind things about us this morning. And
oh, really?
Yeah, a few people texting. Actually, as I see now, we're getting texts. So I definitely was going to mention this because we've had great experiences with those guys. We've had an opportunity to meet them a couple times. So if this gets back to them, just so you know, we really appreciate it. A lot of respect for those guys. Talented, good dudes.
Who?
So right back at you.
No, you're right, Josh.
That's pretty cool.
I worked with those guys for a number of years. They're fantastic, and I still stay in touch with some of them, and don't have a bad word to say about any of them.
Yeah, it's always cool when people text in and say that. It's so different now, right, that you're able to appreciate somebody else. So, yeah, thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah. You just don't know. All right, one more old radio story. When I first got hired, oh, God, I can feel the vomit crawling up my trachea. I'm going to try to hold it back from splashing all over the radio studio. When I first got hired, I was the out-on-the-street guy. And, ooh-wee, did I hate that gig.
That's miserable.
You were awesome at it, though.
Well, I appreciate that, Josh. You always say that.
It's true.
I just hated it, but I knew, okay, I'll be the friggin' on the street. Because eventually I won't have to be the on. And that, luckily, that's how it worked out. But so I'm hanging out front the radio station, 93X. In the same building, still to this day with KQ. They're still on the air, right, KQ?
Yeah, they're still doing their thing.
So I'm standing there, and our program director is standing there with me. The fair-haired leader from the prairie, Josh.
Yep. Ugh.
So I'm standing there with the fair-haired leader from the prairie, and walking by me in that moment was Mike Doucette, who worked for KQ at the time as their on-the-street guy, right?
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
If anyone knows Mike, tell him I said hello. Mike passes by, and the fair-haired leader from the prairie, by the way, Mike Doucette was the one who gave him that nickname, the fair-haired leader. As Mike passes by, the leader says, "There's your enemy right there."
Oh, come on.
What are you going to do about it?
Fight him. I'm going to fight him right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because I was the street guy for 93X and Mike was the street guy for KQ. The boss says, "There's your enemy right
What
there."
in the world are you going to have, like a street fight?
What
Are
kind
you
of
kidding
dramatic
me?
nonsense is that? And I don't even know what I responded with. I think I just kind of shrugged my shoulders. Mike and I became good friends and went on air together for a couple of years. So, you know what? Blow me.
Gosh, that guy hasn't been our boss in, 15 years or something like that? But you were just telling me this morning.
You are still poisoned by some of the things that man told you 25 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
You can't shake it.
No.
You still follow his orders after all these years.
I was 20 when I started, and I was I'm like, oh, he must know. He's the boss. I mean,
It's like that syndrome. What's that syndrome, Josh?
Well, Stockholm Syndrome, because I also did love him at the same time.
Yeah. You've got to touch
Well,
back.
you naturally love everybody for at least a brief period of time.
Well, I'll see the positives. He was a horrible boss, but we shared a lot of interests, and when it was anything but work, I really enjoyed spending time with him. But yeah, he would exactly what you said was the type of guy he was. But if he ran into Doucette, he'd praise him up and down and be so nice to him.
Yeah, but that was an example of what Josh was just saying about that. You know, we were encouraged to be nasty with radio personalities from other stations and, fed all this nonsense about radio wars. I never bought a single word of it. I never acted in any way to support that line of thinking. I thought that was so childish and so dumb. And, of course, it died out. It became, like we said, it's
There's people that hold on to it.
Oh, there is just a very few.
But it used to be kind of, everybody was taught that, but it is very different now.
Here's an interesting setup, an interesting situation going on down there in the completely unholy far southeastern area of the United States. Let's get into this distracted driving jibber-jabber again. Here's the deal. A gal got a ticket from the police for driving her vehicle while holding her cellular telephone in her right hand. But the gal in question doesn't actually have a right hand.
Oh.
I don't know where the hell her right hand is. I don't know when or how it fell off. Maybe she's never had a right hand, but she absolutely does not currently have one of those.
That'll be fun in court.
The gal was ticketed for what they call here using a wireless communications device while driving. According to the local cops, they saw this lady driving with her telephone in her right hand. The one-handed gal recorded the traffic stop, which the police love. They love that when you record But the one-handed gal recorded the traffic stop herself, and she more or less said, "How the hell are you going to accuse me of effing around with my right hand when I ain't got one?" So she's taken this goat rodeo to court. Now, her lawyer is saying that hands or lack thereof have nothing to do with it. For starters, she's been accused of holding her telephone while driving. Her lawyer said this gal shouldn't receive a ticket at all because holding your telephone while driving is completely legal for anybody. It only becomes illegal once you start fingering that phone while driving. Can you follow that?
Yeah.
At least that's how the deal works in her neighborhood. I don't know about around here. It says here, manually typing or entering letters, numbers, or symbols into a device while driving is where you can get into some trouble. Again, in her neighborhood, I'm not sure how it works here.
Yeah, I thought you couldn't hold on to it here. I'll text the comedy duo of Gordon Shank and Mike Lee and ask.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
Can you imagine? I wonder if they double down in court. Do you raise your right hand and... Okay, geez, we did it again. We did it again.
Yeah.
Now, check this out. This might get you phone fingerers to lay off that damn thing while driving an automobile. But probably not. I mean, other than the risk of instant death or spending the rest of your life in a wheelchair, there's also the risk of murdering a busload of elderly people. That doesn't seem to bother most of you phone fingerers. Maybe this will wake you up. It says here, a distracted driving violation can pump up your insurance premiums by an average of 23% or roughly $357 per year.
That's a grip.
Balls Mahoney, that's quite a few bucks right there. A single distracted driving ticket can cost more than $1,000 in additional insurance alone? Why? I did not know it was that severe if those numbers are accurate.
I got pulled over for distracted driving once.
Were you jacking it?
You
Yeah,
were jacking
I was
it.
jacking it.
You're a carjacker.
Yeah,
but
and
in the
nothing to do with
gross
my.
way.
Well, yeah, no, but I had my phone and I was
Jacking
watching
somebody
something
else?
and I was jacking it, so it was a double whammy. It was a double distracted driving ticket. But no, I didn't. She ended up letting me off because I didn't have. She felt bad for me because I was masturbating while driving. But she didn't give me a ticket. But she said, if I did, it's a $500 fee up front, and your insurance is going to go through the roof. So that kind of put the fear in me to
Jeez,
lay off
Louise.
the phone.
That's what scares me more than the fine of a ticket. It's just the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a guy that says Minnesota is hands-free completely. Oh, God, the gas. There have been people pulled over for eating and drinking coffee or whatever. There's no distractions whatsoever in Minnesota. That's according to Streaks Per Week's window washing. Jesus, I don't
think
know.
he's right. That's what I always heard, too. It's hands-free. You can't hold your phone no matter what you're doing.
Fair enough. I remember almost. I'm
Yes,
sorry?
I just heard back from Mike Lee of the State
Oh,
Patrol.
the pimp?
Yeah. He said, no, you can't hold it in your hand, hence the hands-free name of the law.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tell him-
smart ass.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Tell him from
Someone's in a
now
bad
on when he
mood.
texts you, he has to close every text with love, the pimp. Because that's what Mikey Lee is. I remember I almost wet my pants 25 years ago when I got a seatbelt ticket. I could not believe how friggin' much money that was.
Yeah.
And I don't remember, but it knocked my D in the dirt. Seatbelt ticket. And, of course, I was about 6 blocks away from my destination.
Yeah.
I was going to Pobs in Andover for the Wu-Tang Clan concert. I'm on my way to Pobs. I was fresh out of worm dirt, chewing tobacco. I pulled over at a gas station maybe 6 blocks away from the joint, so I didn't put my seatbelt back on for the car ride between the gas station and Pobs in Andover for the Wu-Tang, and the cop pinched me. And I don't know how much it was, but I thought, okay, that's it. I'm never going anywhere without my seatbelt anymore because that threw me.
I know an older gentleman that got one of those like as soon as it became a law, and he was so pissed off about it. Just so angry. He's like, I grew up in a time where it didn't matter. I was like, oh, sorry.
We used to use the arms of our fellow passengers as seatbelts, right?
Yeah.
If you were lurching forward, Josh, I'd put out my arm. If I was lurching, you
I
put
still
out
do. I do that.
The mom arm.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's a reflex.
Yep.
A reflex.
My wife has it. My mom had it. The mom arm. All right, so you know what? Lieutenant Mike Lee, he doesn't take orders from us.
Oh, my gosh.
I told him exactly what you said, that from now on, whenever he texts me, he has to close each text with love the pimp. And said he sent back a crying, laughing emoji. He said, some troopers have asked, so do I call you Lieutenant Pimp now? And he appreciates the street cred. He said it's more than he deserves. So it's kind of upped his street cred at work. He's cooler than he was before he started calling him the pimp.
Well, did he end his text message correctly?
No, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't take orders from us. He did not.
There you go. Oh, God. I don't really have time for some. I've got one more quick story here that I could share with you, but it's not a hell of a lot of fun. It wasn't for me. I'll just go ahead anyway. Friggin' Hollywood. Everyone's either completely out of their minds on dope, or they're the children of the rich and famous, so they don't believe that the law or repercussions for their actions apply to them. I know this video can be fun for some people. It's not for me. There's a video going around and around. An idiot lady behind the wheel of her vehicle was getting chased all over town by the cops because they suspected she was driving drunk. Word is she could have killed a few people along the way by the way she was driving. I'm sorry to be a flatliner. I just don't find this kind of thing funny anymore. I'm tired of the derelicts. But anyways, when the police finally got dumbass to pull over into a parking lot, she got out of the car and she danced for a while. I just don't. I don't.
Yeah, I don't fully understand that
No,
either, especially considering how dangerous her actions were afore.
So there you go. Some people think this is cute. I do not. My guess is this gal did her stupid dance with hopes that she'd make it big on TMZ.com or whatever.
Yep.
Again, I'd love to be able to have fun with this, but I'm just burned out. Nobody cares about anyone but themselves. You see, that's why I didn't want to close with this story, because I close on a pissy note.
Yeah, now you're in a bad mood.
Well, let's go back to this. This might pick up our moods. What's this radio station that's complimenting us this morning?
K-Fan, Power Trip Morning Show.
Stop swinging from our jocks. Do your own friggin' thing. All right?
That's not the turn I wanted that to take.
Stop. We got to take a break.
Jeez.
We'll hit up the... Oh, for balls' sake, I'm joking around.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
It's hustling into the second row, diving into the second row.
And he's over a lady sitting right next to us here. And making sure she's okay. And gave her a hug as well.
That's a class act.
That's a good...
That's a class young man.
Well, we had a player go into the stands.
Yeah, kicked a lady right in the head by accident.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she shouldn't have been sitting there.
She probably thought it was
In
cool.
the stands?
Yeah.
Well, at first it sure didn't look like she thought it was cool, but he hugged her afterwards and checked on her. We've mentioned that before. For whatever reason, that's always kind of bothered. Well, maybe not for whatever reason, maybe for an obvious reason. When like a player will absolutely destroy a cameraman or someone. You see it a lot in football.
Yeah, because NFL players are dicks.
And not even just say, hey, are you okay?
Nope.
And sometimes the collisions are brutal.
Nope.
Yeah, I hate that too.
Don't say a word.
Be
Just
a
completely
human.
act like they're not even there and go back to the huddle because you're an NFL player and you matter and those people don't.
I understand they've got to get back to the huddle or whatever, but you could at least say, hey, are you okay?
Right. The referee will give you some time.
Yeah, they'll understand.
No, I know.
At a high school football game, I saw a player accidentally take out the mascot. The mascot had his back to the field. He got knocked out of bounds, broke the guy's leg. It was a grown man. It was a teacher inside the mascot costume. And
now, that's funny.
Seeing a mascot get carted off the field is pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
All right, that does sound kind of funny.
Don't you have another mascot story too, Dana? Where I think it ended up being a girl.
Oh, that
that's
was,
Nick.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my life.
I love that story so much.
One of the most... Senior year of high school, my high school soccer team was playing, I believe it was the soccer championship game. Begrudgingly, we went to see it live. And
No wonder I thought it was Dana. Soccer. Makes a lot of sense.
at the old Metrodome.
Yeah.
And, oh, right, I was the Trojan mascot, but I had been fired from that position after day one, which is another long story. I was our high school mascot, but I got canned right away. 5 minutes in, I got canned for something I said on the microphone. So we had no mascot for this game. But the opposite club did, and that mascot was an Eagle character. I forget which school it was. Halfway through this boring soccer game, I'm sitting in the stands at the old Metrodome, and I look up to my left, and here comes a giant chicken mascot. And he's flapping his wings, and he's having a good time, and everyone's roaring in the on our side of the, the Wyzetta section is roaring with laughter at the sight of this chicken mascot coming down the stairs. And I just had to know as he was passing by. I said, hey, dude, who are you? He lifts up the chicken mascot, and I recognize him right away. He's one of my classmates. And so now I'm having a good time, too, laughing. What the hell's this guy doing in the chicken? He crawls over the railing and onto the field now.
Whoa.
And this is 1988, so it's not like there were 100 cops on the ball field. There were a few elderly people with yellow jackets on that said security, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like anyone. But now he's on the field, and he's flapping his wing. And he walks over to the Eagle mascot for the opposite club, and he just tackles the character, smashes the character. The opposite mascot. It was horrible, like a violent hit. And now everyone's on their feet watching this. And the worst part about it, When the other mascot's head came off, it was a girl.
Oh, no.
And she's crying.
That's so bad.
Oh, man.
And our chicken pal got cuffed and thrown out of the...
Crazy.
I still see this guy around town once in a while, and every time I see him, he says, "Will you please stop telling that story on the radio?"
Yeah, I'd want that to go away,
He was
too.
horribly drunk. He didn't know it was a girl inside the costume. He made the assumption it was a dude his age. We're all high school age.
Back to the idea of an athlete running into someone and not saying anything. My wife texts. I forgot about this. My wife's done a little TV, meaning she was at a WWE event and her cleavage made it on television.
Oh, heck yeah. I probably saw that.
You probably did.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened because, is it Cesaro? Cesaro?
Sure.
I'm not familiar. He landed in her lap and she said he didn't give an S. Never said sorry, nothing. But it did give her boobs a starring role on a WWE event.
That seems a little fishy. I can't imagine the WWE in the 90s showing cleavage or boobs or anything like that. That wasn't their style.
Well, here's the thing, Cubby, and you're going to appreciate the beauty of this. He likely was the heel character. The heel character doesn't apologize to fans.
That's true.
The face character likely would have said, "Are you okay?" Right, Dana?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
I bet you, I almost guarantee you he was playing the heel role.
Probably. Yeah, I don't even know who the guy is, but was he a pretty prominent
Oh,
wrestler?
yeah, he's terrific. He's one of the best in the business. Absolutely.
Does he go by something like maybe a
I don't
different
know
name?
what now he's Vinatoni Anachovi. He's I see him now. I think he's on AEW. I don't follow it anymore. Sadly, I'm ashamed of myself, but I don't follow television wrestling. I mean, once we were at a First Avenue wrestling show, and unfortunately on the bill that night was the Sandman. Do you remember the Sandman?
Oh, yeah. I remember the Sandman.
This dude was totally out of control. None of the other wrestlers wanted him to be there.
Uh-huh.
And
because he was dangerous?
Oh, yeah. Just not there. Not all
always
there.
drunk.
Heavy drunk, usually. He would show up drunk, and he showed up drunk this evening. At least that's what the wrestlers told me, because I was kind of working with the wrestlers that night, getting in the ring once in a while, this and that. By the way, later on that evening, we all went out together, and the Sandman got thrown out of old Chicago in Minneapolis because he would not shut up and sit down and just relax. They threw him out. But we were just in the crowd for this particular part of the show, and here comes the Sandman down the aisle, clearly the heel character, swinging his kendo stick. He's got a can of Budweiser in his hands. Mm-hmm. And he walks over, and he throws his Budweiser, not the can, but the fluid inside. He splashes his Budweiser on Wang.
Oh, no. Wang.
My buddy Wang. And Wang's not dialed into how this works. He's not dialed into the role the heel plays, the role the face plays. He doesn't understand this world at all.
So he's pissed.
He doesn't know this was just the Sandman establishing his heel character. Wang thinks there must be something personal between he and the Sandman that he does not remember. Wang was physically bothered by this Budweiser that got poured on him by the Sandman, and Sandman gets in the ring and starts his match, and Wang turns to me and says, "What the hell was that all about? Why did he do that? Why?" And I said, "Wang, this means nothing."
It's okay, bud.
It's part of the show, man.
Even the car ride home, Wang's still like, "I don't know why he..."
Did we go to high school with that guy?
Right. Oh, yeah. He still is convinced there was something he's forgetting. There's something...
You just saw Wang as an easy mark, I'm guessing.
Oh, absolutely. Standing there with that Wang look on his face. Absolutely. I would, too. I'm like, here's a guy who obviously doesn't get it. So I'm going to pick on that. Wolves, Grizzlies tonight. Pigs, Lightning tonight. By the way, earlier we were talking about how some folks are cool with cheap toilet paper, others are not.
Uh-huh.
I like expensive, really soft toilet paper. Josh uses sandpaper, dusty, thin. Here's a listener who brings his own toilet paper to the casino.
Oh, really?
Wow. In case he has to take a dump because he doesn't like the... Josh is next with the news.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
You gotta be kidding me. Who greenlit this garbage?
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
My heart dropped. My dad's heart dropped. It was a pretty long moment of silence until it set in that all of our hives were caught on fire. It was heartbreaking, to say the least.
Tens of thousands of bees were slaughtered after 50 beehives at a Pittsburgh area farm were deliberately set ablaze. A brazen act of arson which left nothing but ash and twisted debris where thriving colonies once buzzed. When the flames were out, what remained was ash and twisted debris. Tens of thousands of honeybees turned to ash, along with the boxes and pallets that they were once housed in. That's according to a statement from Badillion Honey Farms.
Is this considered animal cruelty?
I wonder what they, how far they go with that.
I mean, I don't like bees, but here's somebody who really dislikes the bastards.
I mean, it's this is their livelihood, so I wonder if charges could come related to that too.
Oh, for sure.
They shared photos of the harrowing aftermath of the torched hives, where the devastation was hard to believe.
Totally unnecessary.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that. Yeah. Just so you know, there's a couple more coming up that I might skip. After that reception, I might skip it.
Just skip it.
But sometimes it's tough to skip. Owners Mark and Sarah Badillion said 50 beehives were intentionally set on fire in a secluded wooded area, killing about 50,000 bees. For Sarah, the impact stung. It was like getting punched in the gut, she said.
My heart dropped. My dad's heart dropped. So when we rolled up to it, I was a little bit confused. Where are the beehives? And then you really get to looking at it, and you can see squares of ash where they burnt the pallets.
Now, as
so
you know,
you're not going to skip the others? The other?
I did that one, but that's all I got, as far as you know.
Yeah, we'll see.
If this were Jason Statham's The Beekeeper, which I found the bee's knees, the people responsible would already be looking over their shoulders, but instead the family-owned farm is asking the public for help. They're offering a $1,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of those responsible for the bee blaze.
So I wonder, was this a personal attack on this family who runs the farm? Was it an anti-bee thing, or was this just teenage kids smoking rock?
I'm going to guess option 1 or C.
You don't think it was anti-bee, then?
I doubt it. I think most people are pro-bee.
Pro-bee?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my understanding, that people are understanding
now.
the importance of the pollinators.
Pyromaniac kind of a thing.
Could be,
Teenage.
or somebody who does not like the family.
Ooh.
A woman was arrested Thursday after law enforcement discovered she'd been performing surgeries without a license, putting not only the lives of her patients at risk, but also their ears, paws, and tails. She'd been operating on dogs. The investigation began when detectives were alerted to a package containing a veterinary sedative that had been intercepted by U.S. Customs in New York.
Sedative?
Sedative. The shipment, which originated in India, was flagged by law enforcement because the drug is frequently used to mix with illegal street drugs. Armed with that information, they executed a search warrant at a home Thursday. There, they spoke with a 35-year-old woman who said she was involved in dog breeding. She admitted using the sedative to perform surgical procedures on dogs for about a year, charging up to about $100 depending on the procedure, mostly things like tail docking and ear cropping.
$100?
She acknowledged she didn't have a veterinary license, but in an ambiguous interpretation of medical regulations and perhaps of reality, she claimed she had no idea she needed one.
Oh,
What?
girl, nuh-uh.
You need schooling or accreditation for this?
Shut up.
How was I supposed to know?
She didn't know.
Nobody believes you.
Well, case closed. The county sheriff stated animals had been subjected to unsafe surgeries and kept in unhealthy conditions, emphasizing no one should perform medical procedures on animals without proper training or licensing, which most people are aware of.
They're going to check her backyard for buried dead dogs.
They didn't mention finding any, but the dogs were kept in, poor conditions. The woman was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, animal neglect, and practicing veterinary medicine without a valid active license. The dogs were taken to county animal control, and they will be medically evaluated and made for adoption.
What the hell is going on?
That's terrible, girl.
What the hell?
Threats over a churro sale is what one Florida neighborhood wants to talk about. But after the arrest of the man accused of threatening a churro reseller. The vendor had been selling churros from a trailer when 60-year-old Geraldo Carabello, who lives nearby, approached him. What started as a verbal altercation about the churro sales quickly intensified into fried dough and fury. The argument escalated to the point that he walked back to his pickup truck and retrieved an aluminum bat. Bat in hand, he confronted the vendor and said, "If you're here in 15 minutes, I'm going to kill you like a dog."
Wow, it's pretty cool of him to give me 15 minutes to get out.
Yeah, that's a decent amount of time.
Yeah, because he could pack up in that amount of time and
I
get
could
out.
take my time, really.
He did hold the bat in an aggressive manner, though. He meant business.
Most folks just count to 10. You're kidding me. I got 15 minutes to get out of here.
Right now. And they'd watch you. But no, he's going to give him some privacy. A short time later, he returned. Seeing the vendor still there, he told them something to the effect of, "Oh, you're still here? I'm coming back." So he ran someplace else again.
Dude, he's got so much time. Just leave.
Something tells me this guy might not have really meant all these threats if he's giving all this leeway, but...
he's holding himself back.
But I don't know the rest of the story, so...
After the second encounter, the vendor filed a police report, and Carabello was later arrested.
Oh, so no one really ever got clubbed by that baseball?
No.
Okay.
It was just the threats, which did lead to his arrest.
Okay.
As I mentioned, this is Florida, and a milestone, now sharing a calendar with the churro standoff. It was on this day in 1845, Florida was admitted as the 27th state in the Union.
Jesus, what a disaster.
Mistakes.
You think it was a mistake?
Yep.
What a total disaster.
Being rushed with a knife is bad. Being rushed with 2 knives is even worse. Being rushed with 3 knives, well, that's just silly. But that's what unfolded in Texas when a woman armed with 3 knives stabbed her boyfriend during an argument because he wouldn't give her his phone. On Wednesday, Tarina Johnson was at the home in Waco with her boyfriend. They'd been dating about a year. The boyfriend was in the shower when Johnson walked in and spiced up shampoo time with screaming. When he got out of the shower, he saw Johnson rushing from the kitchen with 3 knives. She approached him and said, "I'm going to cut you if you don't give me your effing phone." Subtle. The boyfriend implemented an improvised linen-based line of defense by grabbing bed sheets in an attempt to shield himself. But Johnson's blade bested the thread count, and she managed to cut the player.
She cut the player?
She did.
She cut the pimp?
Yes, she did. Luckily, it wasn't, he was exposed, and she didn't go there.
Oh, she didn't cut off his tallywhacker?
No. Preferring fresh air to filleting, the boyfriend ran outside to a neighbor's home, and an officer was called to their apartment. When that cop arrived, Johnson said her boyfriend had taken her phone and pushed her to the ground. She had no visible injuries, which made the story feel a touch light on believability.
Sus.
The boyfriend, however, did have a cut to his arm, and the officer saw that. When asked about the injury, he said he didn't know how it happened. The woman said she didn't know how it happened. She also admitted that she had been holding scissors during the fight, however. When an officer asked why, she replied, they were to cut the sheets.
Oh.
No explanation.
What do you mean, cut the sheets?
Yeah,
What are you doing? You're making
those
a
sheets.
ghost costume for getting a leg up on Halloween?
And again, she was mad that he wouldn't give her his phone. This had nothing to do with her phone, as she claimed. Unless she cuts a deal, Johnson will be charged with aggravated assault.
Seems pretty stable.
Yeah, I think she's got some problems. An Arizona family opened their home to someone who needed help. and were rewarded by being the focus of an Amber Alert before the weekend was even out. The trouble began when a 23-year-old woman staying with the family took their 2-year-old daughter. She later told police she believed the little girl was rightfully hers, her long-lost child. That was not her long-lost child. The woman claimed the toddler was her biological daughter who'd been abducted from the hospital after being born. When officers confronted her with evidence the child was not her baby, she responded simply, "My bad."
Wrong kid. It happens all the time.
Yeah, no biggie. Police say relatives had brought the woman to the family's home because she needed a place to stay. They welcomed her in. They shared a meal Friday night and then went to bed, leaving her to sleep on the couch. At some point during the night, hospitality met hard reality as the family woke up to learn she'd left the house and took their kid with her.
It's like a HBO movie.
Does sound like that, doesn't
Yeah.
it? The woman was eventually found in Phoenix at a Quick Trip where a moving crew and a gas station security guard spotted her with the child. Again, there was an Amber Alert. They blocked the pickup truck she was driving and called police.
We just did what anybody should do and try to help out and get the little girl home safe.
When officers questioned her, she said the girl had been born in Sacramento in September 2021, 2 years before the child was actually born, and claimed the baby had been abducted from the hospital by an unknown and non-existent kidnapper. After police showed her evidence the toddler was not her daughter, the woman became frustrated. "I shouldn't give an F about her. It's not my daughter, so I shouldn't give an F," she told police.
She's scary.
But if DNA proved otherwise, then of course I would give an F. But that's not my daughter. Later, her tone shifted. She appeared to calm down and acknowledge what happened. "They asked me to stay," she said to the child's parents. "They were helping me. I shouldn't have taken advantage of the situation and done what I did. You're right. That's my fault," she said.
Yeah.
"My bad." During a search, officers found a glass meth pipe that she admitted using while she had control of the child.
There you go.
Yeah, that
meth
might
pipe.
explain quite a bit, right?
She doesn't have any idea what she's talking about.
No, she was out of her mind.
Not a clue.
Jessica Biel, 44 today.
Well, then,
sir.
I'll tell you right now.
Wow.
Did you say yes, sir, or miss her?
I said yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Often called the greatest female track and field athlete ever, Jackie Joyner Kersey, 64. 1982 Heisman Trophy winner Herschel Walker, 64.
Oh, boy.
As well. Works too much plowing snow, Jesus. Text in a happy 16th to his son Paxton, and good luck on your license test in just a little bit here. And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
I just remember Quinn, he was the first guy closest to me, and I remember him coming up to me at the TV timeout, and he was like, "It's not that bad. It's only chips." So he said, like,
It's not that bad.
And that was like 4 minutes left in the game, like when we were serious, like trying to win this thing, and he came up and said that.
So you haven't had time to get anything repaired. I feel like this might be your thing. I think you might have to just. Are you getting used to having the hole in your mouth?
I can promise you this won't be my thing, but.
Hello, Randy Shaver.
Good morning. Good morning.
What's your deal?
What's my deal?
Exactly.
My deal is that I am warm and cozy in 75-degree temperatures today.
75, he says.
It's a beautiful week in Minnesota, though. It's supposed to be.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, we're going to hit 50s.
60s. I
And
heard
then it's
even
going to go
60s
back
this
down
weekend.
again, right?
We don't want to talk about that
It
part.
goes-
No.
Live in the moment, Randy.
Yeah.
That's right.
It
You
goes
got it.
this way, it goes
You
that
got
way.
it.
Randy Shaver calling us from Florida. You know, there are a lot of shysters in Florida. Have you run into any problems?
I listened to Josh's stupid news, and it's basically all out of Florida. It's amazing.
It is kind of crazy how much stuff comes out of there. We've asked
Yeah.
before, and if they're just more forthright in what goes on, is that why all that
Oh,
different-
sure.
Or if they just are a different breed of people. It's got to be a combination.
I would say so, yeah.
Have you run into any problems since you've been down there in Florida? Any shady characters trying to give you the business?
You know, quite honestly, no. It's been really good.
Surprising.
Yeah.
Do you guys get out and do too much? I mean, you run around touristy places or anything? Or
Well, my kids and grandkids were down here a week ago, and so we did a lot of the Disney / character breakfast /
Oh, fun.
Peppa Pig / all that kind of stuff. So that was our time to get out. We're actually going to go. We're actually leaving tomorrow, and we're going to stay on the ocean coast on the West Coast Florida for a couple of days before we come back. So.
You haven't done any gator tours?
No, I've done that before. No thanks.
Oh, really? Okay, because
yeah.
Out of respect for Nick, I don't know if your wife told you this, Nick, but out of respect for you, so we're planning a family vacation. Well, we had it planned, and we were going to go to Puerto Vallarta, but the cartels changed that for us.
Yeah, something's going on
Good.
there.
And then we're going to go to Tehran, and that obviously you know what's going on there. So
Wow.
we've had to pivot.
Suck
My
at
God,
choosing.
Josh.
We're terrible. We had to pivot a second time, and one of the places that was brought up were a couple locations in Florida, and I turned it down out of respect for Nick. I thought, well, he's going to be mad at me. We can't go to Florida.
You can't.
I don't understand why anybody goes to Florida.
They mentioned a couple places, and I thought, well, that sounds kind of nice. But what reminded me is the Gator Tour, which I thought that was pretty cool, but you're saying it's not all that great?
Oh, I've been through the Everglades a couple of times, and we've stopped and done some things, but I don't know. It doesn't really do a lot for me.
I went on a gator tour also in Louisiana, Josh.
Oh, you did?
I thought it was.
Oh.
I thought it was a lot of laughs.
I would think it'd be cool. No, so we're thinking of going to California, and we can maybe visit my sister out there and everything. And we saw we went on a whale spotting thing. We didn't go wait deep ocean, but there was an area where you could see them.
I'd love to see whales.
I'll tell you what, it's way cooler than it sounds. I mean, for whatever reason, that seeing that in person it's pretty amazing, having that opportunity. So but I was hoping your wife would tell that to you, but because she's been helping us. She's so good at that kind of stuff, planning the stuff out.
That's what she does for a living, by God.
It's obvious because she's great at it. She gave us some great. It's actually her that suggested California. But
she likes San Diego, California a lot.
I think that's where we're going. And I've been there before, and we were on a retired aircraft carrier, and that's one of the best experiences I've ever had.
So I went on this gator tour when I was in Louisiana 30 years ago, and there were some pretty interesting elements to it. Number one, we weren't the only dorks that pulled up to this dumpy, swampy area where there was a big spray painted sign that said Gator Tours here, right? We weren't the only suckers. There were some people, there were some Iowegians there, Randy Shaver.
Always.
There were a couple folks from Canada, this and that. So I assumed, and I saw 6-7 canoes parked on the side of the bayou. I assumed there's going to be a professional guide in the canoe with each of us.
Yes.
No, there was one guide. He was in one canoe. They just put me and my ex-wife in a canoe with a couple of Iowegians.
Nah, I'm gonna need to be with the guide. I want to be with the guy.
That's what I said. I said, hang on a second now. So I got to rely on these two Iowegians to keep me out of the water because if I fall into the water, it's full of alligators, right? And they said, right. And I said, I got to trust these Iowegians. Well, we kept upright, but it was a little friggin' freaky. They gave us a bucket of marshmallows, and they said, if you want to see a gator, throw a marshmallow into the water.
That's hilarious.
And so the 6-7 canoes, we went wherever we wanted to go on the water, and the guy just said, in an hour, meet back here. We all were bright enough to pilot a canoe. But I'm telling you, Cubby, when you threw a fistful of marshmallows into that water, you saw gators about the size of your pecker, and you saw gators about the size of a bus. It was awesome, but scary.
I bet.
That's a lot of trust for people to be in canoes.
We didn't sign dick. We didn't sign anything.
Wow.
It cost like $5, and I think I gave the guy some weed. I mean, it was
sketchy.
But
I think I'd want to be armed if I was just in a canoe. I can't even imagine.
It was sketchy, but it turned out wonderful. Turned out wonderful. I got some T-shirt that fell apart within 3 days,
Yeah.
That's New Orleans? Is that what you said? I'm sorry?
Outside of New Orleans.
Outside of it?
Outside of New Orleans, down there in the bayou. Delta women, Randy Shaver. Delta women think the world of me.
Really?
What song? That's that's from
What did they see in you?
Oh, exactly what you do. That was
Ramblin' Man, right?
Ramblin' Man by the Allman Brothers.
Man,
That's my favorite line from a wonderful song, Ramblin' Man by the Allman Brothers, where he says, leaving out of New Orleans this morning, Headed out to Nashville, Tennessee. We always have fun on the Bayou, Lord. Delta women think the world of me. That's Dickie Betts, the late, great Dickie Betts. I always thought of that as a brilliant lyric. What time is it?
7:39.
We started off, Randy Shaver, with audio. People just, the Team USA Gold Medal Tour rolls on and on and on and on and on.
Those guys have to be exhausted.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
Those Hughes brothers have to be exhausted.
Yeah,
They've been
my
everywhere.
Lord.
How did that bizarre Quinn Hughes character do on The Tonight Show last night? Did he frighten anybody with his 1,000-yard stare?
You know, and every time I see them on TV together, like on Saturday Night Live or last night on Jimmy Fallon, if I didn't know they were hockey players, I would think they were there to promote a Dumb and Dumber reboot.
Yeah.
Dude.
They do look like a couple of characters.
They do.
Yeah.
Especially with the tooth missing now. Like, he's a ringer for Jim Carrey in 1995.
So Quinn Hughes and his brother Jack, stop the bus and let my brother jack off. He was joined by his brother Jack and Hillary Knight of the Ladies Team USA Hockey Club, just like the damn near the exact group of people they had on Saturday Night Live, missing one lady.
Mm-hmm.
On the Jim Fallon Tonight Show, they spent most of the segment, I didn't see it, but they spent most of the segment, Jim Fallon did, fawning over Hillary Knight's recent engagement. Okay, she's recently engaged. And as you mentioned, Dana, Jimmy Fallon wanted to talk about Jack Hughes' missing teeth. What's going on? Were people not aware that pretty much every NHL player is missing teeth?
Yeah, very normal.
You ever heard of Jack O'Callahan, for Christ's sake? People can't let go of the missing teeth. Ask any hockey player to take his fake teeth out.
Right.
It's every last one of them. But I guess not every one of them scores the golden goal. So
I just think it's funny that Quinn told him, hey, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. The whole thing is damn near missing.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
don't want him to fix it.
Yeah.
They want him to keep it.
Quinn Hughes really only piped in, I guess he was asked about rooming with his brother in the cramped quarters of the dorms they stayed in during the winter games. He said it. I felt like a freshman again at Michigan. And there wasn't really much time for anything else. That was kind of it. But the gold medal tour, maybe it's finally come to a close, or they have any more television appearances?
Well, those two hockey guys have to be busy. I mean, they're playing every other day.
Right.
I mean, the NHL schedule is brutal now to the finish. So
At least Jack Hughes can just kind of coast through the rest of the season because the Devils are terrible.
yeah,
Quinn's got some meaningful hockey games coming up here for the Wild.
lots. I mean, including tonight against Tampa.
I wonder if he, if Quinn, if they tape this ahead of time. Meaning, I know they usually do on the day of because they play Sunday, they play tonight.
Well, yeah, you know, because they were in just at 30 Rock for SNL, they could have pre-taped that thing for sure.
I'm wondering if that's what happened. Because I can't imagine he's in New York, comes back here, goes to New York again.
And I'm sure the coach is obviously happy for the man, but also like, hey, dude, you got a job, you know.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Snitsky?
Yeah.
Yeah, the head coach, he's probably not pumped about all this jibber-jabber.
Did you like that I just called him coach because state of hockey my ass? Couldn't think of his name on the spot.
Gene, say it with me.
Gene
Snitsky. Head coach of the yeah, I mean, like we keep reading, there's a lot of new hockey fans that are being pulled in via that X-rated series.
Heated Rivalry.
Yeah. And now more new hockey fans are being drawn in by the both men's and women's clubs winning the gold medal. So maybe not everyone is aware of how pretty much every one of them has at least 4 or 5 missing chiclets. If you ask me, in the history of the game, there was one guy who wore the missing teeth better than anybody else, and if you're a young person, you can look him up. Bobby Clark of the Philadelphia Flyers. He did not have one tombstone in the cheap seats, and he had the long hair, never wore a helmet. I think Bobby Clark should be that poster.
Yeah, it looks great.
I mean, when he smiled on the ice, it was...
It's like he's got 2 fangs and that's it.
Yeah.
Cute.
Bob Clark, tough player too. My damn, he was part of the Broad Street Bullies, Bob Clark. Broke a guy's ankle on purpose at the 72 Summit Series games against the Soviet Union.
Good.
Broke a Russian player's ankle on purpose to win the series. Nowadays, people would be aghast by such a thing. And he admittedly did it. He admittedly said, this Soviet player was killing us. I knew we weren't be able to beat them with this guy on the ice, so I broke his ankle. You can find video evidence. He just takes a massive baseball swing, breaks the guy's ankle for him. God, I love the old way hockey used to operate.
I break ankles on the basketball court and the football field.
Your own ankles?
Usually. Fireplace installer Jesus said they did not tape the appearance last night on the Tonight Show ahead of time. Quinn flew to New York Saturday, home Sunday, back to New York yesterday, only to fly home today.
No wonder they've lost 2 in a row.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, he's getting those miles.
Pigs Ning tonight, Randy Shaver in St. Paul.
Yeah.
State of hockey. Pigs versus Ning.
How many games are left? They have, about 20?
Yeah, in that wheelhouse.
Yeah.
22, 3, 1, half. They've lost a couple in a row, don't you know? Hey, maybe you'd be able to watch this on television down there in Florida.
I will.
I
think it's a national game, isn't it?
Oh.
I thought it was a national game. Maybe not.
Oh, it says here, yes, TNT and True TV.
Yep.
All right, so there you go. You'll be able to watch it.
So will you.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, now that it's March, is the time of year where everybody tries to remember what exactly True TV is and how they can find it for the March Madness.
Sure, yep, you're right.
Every single year, it's like, okay, what channel is that again? I swore I was going to remember.
Right.
That's where March Madness is on, you're saying?
Yeah, a lot of the games we get played on first-round games for sure.
True TV, sure. I'm trying to think if there are any programs that I enjoy on that channel. You know,
I thought you'd watched some of that before.
Yeah, they got a lot of those police chase videos, shows, stuff like that.
See, my problem is every once in a while I'll turn on a television show, but I don't pay attention to what channel I'm on.
Yeah, same here.
Right.
You know what I've been watching a lot of when I get home from work the last couple of weeks, Josh? It's nothing new. It's a show called I Survived.
Oh, I have never watched it, but I've seen previews.
I
Sounds familiar.
Couldn't tell you what channel it's on, but it's all about people like I was fishing in the woods and a grizzly bear pulled my guts out of my ass, and then the next story will be, I was on my electric skateboard and I went off a cliff and I had to live in the.
Why do you watch that?
Sounds great.
The survival stories are very interesting to me. I mean, this guy got the whole top of his head pulled off by a grizzly bear, and the grizzly bear was like licking his brain for a couple. And he laid there for 3 days. He had to eat his own feces to survive. I love those survival stories. The kid on a what did I call it? An electric skateboard. He went off a cliff, hundreds of feet, broke every bone in his body. He laying down there. A dog found him.
Have any of them been just like time fillers where you thought, well, that's not impressive? Like,
actually, no.
I locked myself out of my house one night.
Good question. I was a little constipated at the ball game the other night.
I mean, it could have went real bad.
At my kid's T-ball game, but I survived.
I went to the bathroom and I realized I forgot my phone in the living room, so I had to sit there without a phone to look at, and I survived.
Nothing like that,
You're not drawn into programs like that, Randy?
Not really.
Oh.
No. Not really.
Oh, God. Okay, back to this Jack Hughes kid. People can't stop swinging from his jock. The latest story is that he's upped and married an Indian billionaire heiress. He went and did that over the weekend, so I guess congratulations are in order. He married a billionaire Indian heiress.
So hold on.
What? Yeah.
So on top of everything else that's going on, he went and got married? Come on. You're making that up. You're making that up.
I'm not making it up.
That didn't happen.
I thought it was like a rumor, and he's come out and said it didn't happen.
His agent has come out and said it's not true.
Right, hang on, but I'm not lying. Randy asked me if I was making it up. No. How do I say this? It's not true, but I'm not the one who made it up. So the stories were going around. He married some gal by the name of Aisha Aurora, the oldest daughter of billionaire and former Google blah, blah, blah. I guess what happened is this billionaire heiress married some dude over the weekend that looks like Jack Hughes. And
poor guy.
seeing how everybody has Jack Hughes on the brain right now, they thought it was him. They wet their pants. They ran with it. They posted it on social media. So, yes, Randy, it's a made-up story. I'm just not the one who made it up.
Gotcha.
The truth is, Jack Hughes, who looks like a fifth grader on picture day, Jack Hughes is currently dating a singer by the name of Taint McRae.
Tate.
No, I think he had it right.
Tate.
What's an unfortunate first name?
Taint? Yeah. Maybe it means something different where she's from. But you're right.
Oh, my God.
That would suck.
Yeah, that's a rumor.
But the guy
what's a rumor?
That he's dating her.
He's not dating Taint McRae?
I don't know if it's just been a. Well, he's definitely not dating Taint McRae.
Right.
But yeah, it's a rumor that him and Tate McRae are dating.
That'd be the porn star version of her. Somebody wants a clever name.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought my buddy Perennium had the worst name.
That's pretty bad.
Did I get the right word? That I screwed it up.
The other word for taint? Yeah, that's right.
Perennium?
Yep.
I told the joke correctly? I thought my high school pal Perennium Jones had the worst name I'd ever heard of, but now here comes this Taint McRae.
Well, and the billionaire princess who married the fake Jack Hughes, the guy's name was Jack Hughes.
So, it was?
Yeah,
wow.
She married a Jack Hughes, just not that one.
Oh, I thought it was just that they looked alike. Perennium. I got the right word?
Yeah.
So Perennium, your buddy Perennium and
Jones.
a Taint. Did they look alike? Hopefully not.
Who?
Did your buddy look like
My God, I am so lost. What are we doing
Does
here?
my high school
Does
buddy
he
Perennium
resemble-
James, does he look like...
Does he resemble one?
Very, very similar.
I've seen that before.
Who's on first?
I was telling you last week that the Pigs are licking their chops at the thought of making a trade with the New York Rangers for that Vincent Trocheck jagoff, right?
Right.
I mean, we talked about Trocheck and what he brings to his game. Sounded perfect for what the Pigs need. A dude who can win faceoffs, he can kill penalties, he can throw a body check, by God. Well, guess what? The dude has upped and said that he don't want to be part of no stinking Western Conference hockey club. More specifically, there are 12 clubs on his no-trade list, and it sounds like a lot of them are Western Conference hockey clubs. Are the Pigs a club that he'll play for or not? We don't know.
Well, they're not quite as west as a lot of the other teams. So
Right.
Maybe there's some consideration there.
There could be.
Plus, they're a good team, so you've got that going for you too. But
He said he would prefer a destination close to the East Coast if he's traded before Friday.
yeah,
Well, F you, pal. Family's important to me, he said. Whatever. He wants to stay closer to his family. How selfish.
Yeah, no kidding. Dick.
So that deal might be out the window, Randy Shaver.
might be. They'll figure out something though. I agree with you. I still think they're going to do something
Oh,
for the deadline.
Somebody. Some damn thing.
Yep. I love Anderson.
Oh,
We know you do.
some damn thing. Oh, the Pigs did claim a forward by the name of Robbie Fabry off waivers from the St. Louis Blues. And unfortunately, they tossed our on-air partner, Marcus Foligno, over there onto the injured reserve pile.
Oh, boy.
Are they going to let us talk to him? A lot of times they don't.
Yeah, I messaged him. I'm waiting to hear back.
Oh, I hope so.
One of those lower body injuries.
That's too bad.
Why would they not let us talk to him if he's injured?
Well, you know how private they are in the NHL.
Yeah.
They say lower body injury, and
Well, yeah, but we're
Yeah,
not
but
going
we don't have to ask him. about it.
I'm not defending them. I'm just saying that's how they operate.
Yeah,
Well, I know that, but I don't think we've talked to players before when they were injured. We never lit a fire under their ass until they admitted exactly what was wrong with
yeah,
them.
you don't know if somebody else did, and but it's kind of 50-50.
We know how to mind our business. Put Marcus on the telephone tomorrow. All right, so this Fabry kid, I mean, he's got experience. 10-some years in the league. I've certainly heard the name once or twice. I've certainly seen him play. Got a good amount of experience. Not a huge body on him, 5'11", 185. So it's not that like the Pigs signed him to do Marcus's job by throwing his weight around a little bit. So we'll see what kind of ice time this dude gets. I would think his experience has earned him a regular shift or two. Robbie Fabry, Randy Shaver. Wolves Grizz on television tonight, right here in Minneapolis. Wolves Grizzly.
Well, that should be a win if they play the way that they're capable. These are the kind of games you can't stumble with, and especially now where they sit in the 4th spot. They're not that far back of Houston. It's a real jumble between spots 3 and basically 6 or 7. So every game, I mean, it seems like this every year we get to this point where every game is such a big game. So
yeah,
no more load management, no more worrying about people taking time off. It's go time now. So
let's get serious about this. Let's be dicks about this.
Right.
Wolves Grizzlies tonight. Target Center. Slow-mo gonna play tonight? I want to see slow-mo.
Likely will be dressed.
I love Kyle Anderson.
Yep.
He is so much fun to watch. It says here, he likely will be in uniform tonight. Ironically playing Memphis, the team that just reached a buyout agreement with slow-mo. He'll wear number 12. All right, be looking out for number 12. And he will be playoff eligible. That's good.
Yep.
It's good. It's good. Oh, my damn. I got a text message from Skol Bitches Jesus. Talking about that television program I like to watch called I Survived. He asked us a question. He said, did you see the one where the guy's house cat ate off his own pecker?
Oh. That's messed up.
What?
They'll do that, though.
They will?
They'll just eat you right up. They usually go for the head first.
Yeah, they'll eat up the soft, wet parts first, Josh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Skol Bitches Jesus. He watched an episode of I Survive where a guy went down skis. He had a heart attack or something. He's lying on the kitchen floor, and his own cat ate his pecker off for him. They did get the cat to regurgitate the rod.
Oh, come on.
I mean, there's a very dirty joke in there, but I've never heard of a cat eating a private part.
You didn't know cats and dogs will eat off?
I knew dogs, but I never private parts.
Anything that hangs off of you, earlobes, toes, peckers.
I mean, I guess, their dogs are known for sniffing that area.
Exactly. They're very
That's
curious.
why they want to take a bite.
They want to eat it up.
So that guy must have slept nude, obviously.
Oh, well, maybe he was naked when he had a heart attack and fell down on the kitchen floor? No, I did not see that episode. I'm going to look that one up. Well, they were able to sew it back on.
Well, that's good.
The cat said, my bad. I thought you were dead,
Didn't want a perfectly good wiener to go to waste.
Oh, my
I mean, that does make a difference, right? The cat thought he was dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's forgivable. You could
So
forgive
give
it.
the
Could have
cat
waited a little bit, but yeah, cats like dogs will wait. They will wait till you are confirmed dead.
Cats
So now,
Yeah, a dog
so now
will try to eat the couch. They'll do that, but a cat will just go straight up go for you. This guy's actually lucky because cats usually, they usually want your face, your brain first.
Yeah, they can smell your brain.
Your brain? Seriously?
Yeah.
Are you messing with me?
No,
There's cat zombies?
Yeah, we talked about this not too long ago because I
remember
found
that.
out that information and I was like, I need to tell the guys immediately. And
They
then we
can
asked,
smell your brain.
We asked the veterinarian doctor, Andrea, and she was like, yep.
Really?
They be doing that.
Eat brains.
What do you know about this, Randy?
Probably more than you ever thought you would, huh?
Yeah, that just kind of turns my stomach.
Ashley's right. Dogs will confirm your death before they begin to consume you. Cats, you fall into a deep enough sleep, and they'll begin the process.
Yeah, this is why you don't trust cats.
Yeah.
You just don't.
They're all shady.
Yeah, they really are, but that's what I like about them.
Even the ones that I've loved, I knew who I was dealing with. Yeah.
It's funny, me and my husband, we've been together for well over, 3.5 years now, and he had a cat when I met him, and the other day we were petting the cat, and I told him, I said, she still scares me. She makes me a little nervous. And he's like, I don't understand. They're just, they're just tiny little, they're pushovers. It's fine. I was like, no.
Yeah, I don't like cats either.
Something about her. She's plotting something. She's like a little tiger. That's terrifying.
I had a girlfriend once whose cat would hide everywhere. You never knew what it would be, and it would jump out at you at a moment's notice, middle of the night, whenever. And I just hated that damn thing. And she named it Dank. The cat's name was Dank.
Is that a pot reference?
Name.
Yes.
So,
I like the name.
Ask me if I smoke weed.
Yeah, basically.
She wanted weed to be the center of every conversation.
I like it.
I had a cat for about 4 years. I think I saw the sumbitch once. It was my ex-wife's cat. So when we moved in together, she said, I got a cat. And I said, I didn't know you had a cat. I've never seen the sumbitch. So now we're living together, and I think I saw him once. There was evidence that he was still alive by the turds he was leaving in his box.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
I saw him once. He just died in the corner of a room. He never wanted to socialize at all with anybody at all.
I can respect that.
Yeah. He just stared into the corner of the room until his heart stopped beating. I love our text messages. I love that we have this access to our listeners' thoughts and their brilliant information. Robbie Febri, who just was signed by the Man Bear Pigs, one of our listeners says, isn't that the same name as one of the guys from Milli Vanilli? Yeah, you're there. I mean, Milli Vanilli. Or was one of them named Rob?
Was Rob Pilatus?
Okay, Rob, and one of them was like
Fab Morvan.
There you go. There was a Rob and a Fab in Milli Vanilli. I knew you had something there, left-handed specialist Jesus. Right. Milli Vanilli was Rob and Fab. The Pigs have Robbie Febri, who represents both of them. Anthony Edwards, they're calling Anthony Edwards the Western Conference Player of the Week for what he did last week, where he averaged
A1 for day one.
Yep.
He averaged 28.7 points a game, shot the ball very well. The Wolves went 3-0 on their road trip last week. There you go. Jalen Duren, the big center from the Detroit Pistons. I'm not exactly sure how to say his name.
Yeah, Duren.
He was the player of the week in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, I've seen him play. He's terrific.
He's really good.
Big, strong guy. He kind of
reminds me.
Yes,
he is.
He reminds me of. This is gonna be a good one. He reminds me of Orlando Woolridge.
That's a great comparison. He actually looks like him.
A lot of upper body strength.
Yes. Yep. But he's very mobile. Great feet. Really strong around the basket. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Trae Young might have gone into the record books night before, as the first NBA player to get ejected before making his NBA debut with his new team. Trae Young was dealt from the Atlanta Hawks to the Washington Wizards a week or two ago. He hasn't played for the Wizards yet for some reason.
Nope.
He's supposedly days away from making his debut with the Wizards on the court. He just sits on the sideline wearing strange clothing. A lot of them choose to wear really strange clothing on the sideline. I don't understand. But so there was a little dust up on the court the other night between the Wizards players and the Houston Rockets players, and Trae Young got up out of his chair on the sideline, berated a referee until he was ejected.
Yeah, they're strict about that not leaving the bench rule.
Right.
Yep.
Ever since that Knicks Heat brawl back in the 90s, that was fantastic.
Wow.
Jeff Van Gundy just hanging on to, I think it was Alonzo Mourning's leg.
Mm-hmm. So, potentially Trae Young is the first player ever to be ejected before making his first on-court appearance with a ball club. A lot of folks were saying, hey, this is kind of cool. He was showing that he was standing up for his teammates and he wants to be a team guy, blah, blah, blah. It was just, it was kind of fun to watch, but kind of uneventful at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of the Atlanta Hawks, they're planning a theme night this season where they celebrate another very popular team in town, the Topless Dancers, at the infamous Magic City Boom Boom Room. Everybody knows about Magic City, right?
Heard of it.
Heard of it, yep.
In Atlanta, that's where you go to see topless gals. And the Atlanta Hawks are going to go ahead with a Magic City theme night at one of their ball games.
Really?
Yeah.
They're inviting like the women to the game?
See, here's the thing, Randy Shaver. I doubt any of the dancers are going to come out onto the floor to be honored or anything like that.
Yeah, that's not...
Probably not going to go ahead with any lap dance specials in the upper deck or anything like that.
Like, you see those massage chairs at the Saints game, you know? You get a background. They're designated chairs for getting some lap dances.
It does sound like that the Hawks are going to, have some signage up and whatnot, and for sure they're going to be serving up Magic City's famous lemon pepper chicken wings at the ball game.
That's what everybody talks about.
Right.
The wings.
They talk about the asses, the topless women, and then next in line is how delicious their chicken wings are. So that much I do know. That is one way they're going to recognize Magic City by serving up their wings. One current NBA player by the name of Luke Cornett, he plays for the San Antonio Spurs these days. He's upset about the Hawks and this Magic City collaboration. He says it's disrespectful to women. I certainly get where he's coming from. And I am a little surprised that the NBA would allow something like this.
I am too.
I kind of wonder if that's going to change. If they're going to say, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do that.
Well, here's the thing, and Luke Cornett might not be aware of this. This is the vibe I get whenever I read or hear about that Magic City joint. Everybody loves that place. In Atlanta, young, old. What in God's name, Randy?
Sorry.
Do you have a cough like I do?
I do, just a little bit. That's okay.
What's different about this Magic City is everybody loves the place in Atlanta. All ages, sexes, I don't care who you are, what you are. It's an institution down there. It just is. They have a different way to look at it down there in Atlanta. I read a while back an article where some woman in her late 50s was saying how much she loved Magic City because they employ so many people and they pay well and they treat you well as an employee. So it's a little bit of a different point of view.
For an 18-year-old, it's probably a rite of passage.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
So if the NBA, if the people of Atlanta are in favor of it, I don't know, maybe that's their business.
Right.
Because they certainly look at Magic City very differently than most cities think about strip joints.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how they present everything.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not going to be any topless gals doing cartwheels, in the aisles, obviously. But.
That'd be sick, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. I got to know quite a few of the dancers here in town and bouncers and whatnot at all the topless joints because of, well, number one, what do we call that thing we do in the winter?
Which one?
Toys for Tots.
Toys for Tots. Right, Toys for Tots. Because of the Toys for Tatas, and then I would host amateur night now and again at Rick's Cabaret.
Now and again?
And I would hang out there a lot.
For a while, I knew you were doing football games. You were there. It seemed like a couple times a week.
Yeah, and that was just working.
Yeah.
And then I would also spend a lot of my social time there. So I got to know a lot of the girls and a lot of the security guys and the owners and whatnot. One night years ago, I'm coming out of a Twins game with a girlfriend, and I don't know if you guys have seen this. I'm sure you have. Sometimes the folks from Seville Club will hang out on the corner, the girls and a bouncer or two, and they'll hand out free admission tickets. So as we're walking up to this group of people from Seville, I'm like, hey, Ricky, hi, Coco, hi, Sahara, hi, Luandra.
Yeah.
Like
hi,
a family
Mercedes.
reunion.
And the girlfriend I was with was like, what the hell? How do you know everybody's name over there? I said, I'm good. I'm just that good. The college basketball regular season is winding down. Conference tournaments follow that, and then the big fat-ass NCAA tournament.
Yeah, we're not far away.
68, couple weeks. 68 schools are selected. There's talk of expanding it to 72 schools.
Oh, I hope they don't.
76 schools. When will enough money be enough money for big-time athletics?
Well, with the NIL, probably not.
As far as professional sports goes, there's already too many teams. There's too many of those teams in the playoffs. There's too many regular season games, yet the NFL will likely add a couple more games to their schedule soon enough. Now college basketball wants to mess with the tournament because it will make them more money. It's just exhausting.
Yep.
Since 2011, they've done the 68 school thing, and I didn't like that at first, but I've grown to be fine with it. NCAA President Charlie Baker recently said that he would like to see the tournament expanded. Of course you would, you greedy bastard.
I'm not so sure they make a ton of money on the play-in games. I don't think those games have as much interest as people think they do. For the respective schools, yes. But I think for the general public, as far as the tournament goes,
no, they probably don't get rich off of it.
Those really don't have the audience impact. It's once the field of 64 is set, that's when the impact.
I'm sure you're right. They don't get rich off of the play-in games, but Randy Shaver, you know how these sumbitches think.
Sure.
If they can make an extra $20, they'll do anything.
Right.
They'll disregard tradition in any way possible if it can make them another 20, 40, 100, 50. It doesn't matter. Every single penny, that's what they want.
Right. Well, keep in mind, years ago, it was benefiting the schools and the networks or whatever. Now they have to also give a piece of the pie to the players. So now more than any time, that money becomes super important because now it's also supporting the players.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's an interesting take on the conversation we had a few minutes ago about Magic City Strip Club in Atlanta and the Atlanta Hawks recognizing them at an upcoming game. It's going to be Magic City night, and they're going to serve the lemon pepper wings, and they'll probably have free tickets to get into the Magic. And I was saying it's a different point of view down there. Most folks in Atlanta don't say, ooh, a strip joint. They embrace the place for whatever reason. They love it. A listener texted in to say, working at Magic City in Atlanta is like working at a gas station around these parts. Everyone gets their first job there. So their 18, 19-year-old kid, need a job, they'll hire you. So I think that's our listener here, Forklift Daddy Jesus, is saying that's kind of why the locals appreciate the place so much. Kid needs a job, they'll give it to him. I dig the honesty behind this here headline from a website called MinnesotaSportsFan.com. There's a picture of Vikings tight end T.J. Hawkinson there, and the headline reads, overpaid Vikings tight end open to taking a pay cut.
It's cut right to the chase.
Oh, man.
Before
the Vikings have to cut a bunch of money if they want to sign another quarterback. So there's a lot of that going on right now.
And the Dan Patrick television show now has something in common with this here program. His studio caught on fire, too.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
Makes it feel less
fire alarm going
that
off here.
scared me.
Hot take?
I don't know if that was a hot take by Adam, but
dang, Adam.
It's a lame
you
joke.
got some something burning on the stove back there, Dan, or
another lame joke.
I think I lit some incense.
Oh,
boy. Dan Patrick. And he wasn't kidding. I guess he's one of these hippy-dippy types that lights a bucket full of incense rods or whatever they call those things. You ever seen those incense sticks?
I like those, yeah.
And he forgot he had it lit, and it lit like 109 of them on fire at the same time. And they said that fire was shooting up from the incense bucket a good foot in the air. Well, I guess that's not that dramatic. But there was smoke everywhere and this, that. The studio damn near caught on fire with the Dan Patrick television show.
Yeah, we've been there, unfortunately.
Yeah, we have. God, that was so much fun.
You were just so excited about
watching smoke pour out of our main soundboard was one of the most satisfying feelings I've ever.
And it was so metaphorically perfect as well.
It's like when you're working construction and you wake up and it's pouring rain.
Yeah.
And you know you don't have to go to work.
But I didn't get that satisfaction. None of us did. Some some dork, Josh, went racing back and fixed the problem. What the hell? We had 3-4 days off staring us in the face. Josh is back there with his shirt off, he's pulling wires. He has no idea what he's doing. But because he's a brilliant techie guy, he fixed the problem. And the rest of us are, get out of there.
I didn't know I was going to create enemies. I looked like an old switchboard operator.
Oh, yeah.
Pulling cables here,
plugging them in.
Yeah.
Josh was like that kid in school that would remind the teacher that they forgot to assign homework.
Yeah, that's usually after when they asked if there's any more questions. That's when I'd raise my hand.
The worst.
I
dude.
thought we were
hated
looking
that kid.
I thought we were looking at a good week off. But no. Cubby's got to put a cape on and go save the radio station. Never been so mad at you.
Well, that's not true.
I was thinking Go-Go's, baby. I was thinking vacation, all I ever wanted.
You got mad at me when I didn't tell you about the Miley Cyrus wrecking ball video. I thought you knew she was nude swinging on a wrecking ball.
I was pretty mad about that,
You
too.
didn't know.
That video was out for a good year and a half. He didn't say dick to me.
I thought you knew.
Swinging naked on a wrecking ball.
Earlier, we were talking about if we're going to get a chance to talk to Marcus Foligno tomorrow because he's injured and whatnot. Just heard back from the Wild that we will not be talking to him tomorrow.
Yeah, they just don't let us anymore.
Hey, guess what, Minnesota Wild? We're calling him anyway.
He'll answer.
And if he answers the phone, you're going to have to deal with it. You hear what I said? Go Avalanche.
Yeah, Parisi used to answer the phone.
I'm guessing maybe it's something to do with the trade deadline coming up. They don't want to tip their hand as to how injured he really is.
We won't bother the guy. I'm kidding.
Yep.
We won't bother the guy. What did you say about Parisi?
He would always answer the phone. I mean, I think he just didn't know. He didn't really care one way or the other.
Yeah.
No, he's a pretty late.
Well, maybe we should talk to Zach. Maybe that should be the person we talk to.
Good morning, Zach. How injured is Marcus?
No, just get caught up on what's
We'll give him a
going on.
telephone call. We'll see if...
Speaking of cold calling athletes or people in sports, there was one time I was working at KFAN and Flip Saunders, he was in Detroit at this point. He wasn't even, the Timberwolves coach, but he would still call in from time to time. And we had a question, nothing to do with really like something that was happening in the NBA. It was like a logistics question, something kind of silly about how the league works. And the host goes, well, why don't we call Flip? So I call Flip, and I can hear there's some commotion. I go, hey, it's the fan. You got a couple minutes for us, Flip? He goes, well, I'm standing here at the tarmac or about to board the plane. And I go, oh, all right, hey, no big deal. He goes, what? They're not going to leave without the head coach. Put me on.
That's cool.
And Flip, too, was the coolest guy. I mean, we all loved Flip.
That.
But
he loved doing that.
He did. And he would, anytime he was in the car, he would be listening to the station.
That's right.
And he would just call the hotline. And he wouldn't say, hey, I'm Flip Saunders, put me on. He'd say, hey, it's Phil from YZ. I'd love to join the conversation.
Oh,
and it would just be, we'd be talking Twins baseball in the middle of the summer. Then, all right, let's go to Phil from YZ. Phil, what do you got? And he just, didn't want any recognition that he was the Wolves coach or anything. Just wanted to talk sports with the boys.
Wonderful.
Yeah, he loved that. He loved that stuff.
You want to talk about cold calling with athletes or famous people, for that matter, if you want to broaden it a little bit. Sometimes you get a rock star or something on the telephone for the first time before you go live with them. They're a completely different person.
Mm-hmm.
They have an on-air persona. But I guess actually, let's if you don't mind, going back to athletes. I remember when I had to call Tom Kelly on the telephone, former Twins.
That would terrify me.
Former Twins manager Tom Kelly. This is how long ago this was. I believe we were getting him on the phone to talk about Kirby Puckett's retiring. Retirement is how you say that.
Yeah.
And I was a little intimidated, but not terribly, because I don't know. When I got him on the phone, he wasn't shocked to hear from me. He knew we were calling him.
Yeah.
But I think maybe the time of day might have surprised him a little bit, I think. But anyway, he was cursing so much.
Yeah.
Just in natural conversation. He wasn't mad. He wasn't mad. It was just like, mother F this.
One of those people,
Yeah, he just naturally swore a lot. So I guess the only time I got nervous is before we went live. He and I are just on the telephone. I had to say, hey, TK, can you dummy down the F-bombs a little bit? We're about ready to go live. And when we went live, he behaved perfectly, but he just naturally swore a lot.
Yeah.
And then there was a time I made a telephone call to Sheikh Adnan LKC. legendary AWA wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
He and I had he's passed on now, hasn't he, years ago?
Yep.
He and I worked together at some local wrestling shows. I loved him so much. He was such a wonderfully friendly guy to me, and I looked up to him. My God, I watched him on television as a little kid. So, but one day he got a little confused, and I thought I was a dead man. I called his phone because I think he and I were doing some appearance that evening at the Mall of America together or something stupid like that. But I call his phone, and I said, Sheik, it's Nick. And if anyone remembers Sheik at NLKC, this is the way he came off. He goes, Nick, you son of a bitch, I kill you. You not give me the money you owe me. I made the appearance. I did the match. You never give me the money. Next time I see you, I kill you.
That's awesome.
And I said, Sheik, it's Nick from the radio station. Oh, I'm sorry. I have wrong Nick. I'm sorry. And I said, what's going on with you and this other Nick? You don't want to know. Anyway, I see you tonight.
You don't want to know.
I see you tonight. I loved that guy. Loved that guy. Remember his old matches back in the day, Randy, with the Gagnes and Jerry Blackwell? Oh, my God.
For sure. Yes.
He and I would do appearances at the Mall of America at Gators.
Oh, that's awesome.
For WWE SmackDown, right? So SmackDown's on all the televisions, big crowd watching. And then I'd invite the Sheik to come and surprise the crowd. And he'd be rattling that sword around. I kill everyone in the room. And people are like, is that the friggin' Sheik? Those were great times. And then Cubby would show up with a couple of blondes.
Typical Josh, yeah.
Josh would always show up high with a couple of blondes.
And he'd leave with a couple more.
Oh, God. We got to go.
Those were the days.
When two become four.
Talk to you tomorrow, Randy.
See ya.
All right, we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
The Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
It's Tuesday, and we're all over this, by God. We're not going to let a Tuesday get away from us. We're going to strike first and strike hard. No mercy kind of an approach. Welcome back to the Programski. Oh, my damn. What do you got to say about this? How many people have you kissed in your lifetime? Who wants to go first?
Oh, man.
How many people have you?
A decent amount.
Yeah, decent amount?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I used to keep track.
You did?
Yeah. And
you write down names, times, dates?
Yeah, I stopped in high school.
Did you rank them?
No, I don't think I did, no.
How many people have you kissed in your lifetime? When average everyday losers like ourselves were asked this question, the most popular answer was 5 to 10 people. Damn, that's not a lot of people.
Yeah, that seems very low.
I thought that'd be quite a bit higher.
Of all the people who were asked about this, the highest number I saw was 25. What were they going around? Were they polling people at a church?
Yeah, they only counting like after a certain age.
The highest number I saw was 25. A lot of you have lived a life of good behavior.
It's impressive.
Anybody want to talk about the good, the bad, the first?
My first kiss was funny. It was very classic. It was at a roller rink. And I remember we went in for the kiss, and of course we messed up because of the roller skates. And it was awkward, but not too bad. We laughed it off and then tried again. Yeah, that was a big deal. I wonder how that guy's doing now.
My first was after school before a basketball game, and she had on, Ashley, was it called Lip Smackers?
Yeah, that stuff's good.
It was a vanilla frosting one.
Nice.
So I'm playing a basketball game, and my mouth tastes a combination of sweat and vanilla frosting. It's quite an odd combo.
You were sweating?
Yeah, I was playing basketball.
Oh, you had just got done playing basketball.
No, we made out before I went to go play basketball, and it was still on my lips, and I could still taste it. And then it was
Why were
mixed
you
with sweat.
sweating before you played basketball?
No, I mean, once the game started, I'm warming up.
See, it starts with the vanilla, and then he added the sweat later, is what he's saying.
Didn't think that was that hard to follow.
I missed it. I missed it completely. So, yeah, the most popular answer to how many people have you kissed in your lifetime was 5 to 10.
Yeah, mine's a little higher.
God dang.
I loved kissing, especially after you have your first kiss. I was I just want to kiss everybody. This is fun.
Yeah, 5 to 10, that's just kind of a standard drunken weekend in college, it seems like.
Banging's kind of the same, isn't it? Once you do it, you want to do it like a sumbitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so funny because everybody warned, or I got warned of that. And
What do you mean?
It did happen. They're be careful. Once you start having sex, you can't stop.
Yeah.
You guys are going
Once
to be.
you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah, you
Pringles
guys are
rule.
going to be crazy together, and
Yeah.
that was exactly what happened.
When you're a young person, you're like, damn, I like that.
I'm yeah, I'll leave school.
I distinctly remember the time I lost my virginity thinking in my head, oh, I can see why this has ruined a lot of people's lives. This is fantastic.
Now I see what they mean.
Yeah.
This is what every rock song's talking about.
Yeah.
I see where they were going with that.
Touche.
Why are you being so quiet, Josh?
Oh, I don't kiss and tell.
Is yours 5?
Oh no, I'm upwards of the max there.
Unless he's
That's
talking
good.
about my sister, he doesn't kiss and tell.
Yeah, it's the one that got away. It was First Avenue. I forget the year. It was a wrestling event, but yeah, I got to second base with Nick's sister right there, out in the open. And then she said, "Hold your horses there, buddy," and that was it.
Nothing more romantic than making out of the wrestling show.
I would say, yeah, I don't know, probably low 30s, upper 20s. But my first kiss was the first everything. We just kind of went for everything.
Oh, that's right. You just did it all in one, just ripped the whole Band-Aid off.
Yeah, we're talking real kisses. I mean, I had a couple of smooches in first grade and kindergarten. It meant nothing, but yeah, first real kiss, my senior year of high school, and we just decided to go for everything.
There you go.
We were already there.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yep.
In the same room, might as well.
Yep.
The bad ones, I remember some bad ones.
I never.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
had
don't think
one.
I ever had a really bad one.
I remember 2 specific really bad ones.
Yeah, I would definitely remember you think. So yeah, I must have never had a bad one.
Yeah, you'd know
thankfully.
because it'd be weird.
Yeah.
They were weird. Yeah, absolutely. Weird is a good word.
Oh, never mind. I just thought of one.
Where I, when the two of us separated, once I had to say, I couldn't help it. I had to say, that's how you kiss? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I was curious too.
And
wait,
she didn't take that very well.
nobody said anything to you over there? I mean, of course, I didn't say anything either, but I'm like, that's really weird. I'd like to avoid that with this person.
The flicking tongue lady.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
The
Don't
flicking
flick your tongue.
lady. What
Oh,
are you
yeah.
doing? And I even said, what are you doing?
It's
Are
a
you joking
justifiable
around?
question.
And she insisted on the flicking tongue inside my mouth.
She heard about it once and ran with it.
Yeah, she read it in Cosmopolitan or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
But even when I criticized, even when I said, stop doing that,
She still did
she
it.
continued. It was like she was standing her ground.
She was trying to get you to convert. She's like, "Come on, you like it."
And she was looking into my eyes as if she wanted to fight somehow. Like the look on her face told me she was willing to fight for this. That her fast-moving, flickering tongue was the way to do it.
Mine wasn't bad kissing. It was just awkward. It actually was my first date ever after getting a divorce, and we went to a concert. So we went to a bar beforehand, and I could already tell this probably wasn't going to be anything. Not that I was looking for anything, but I was like, yeah, there's not really a lot of chemistry here. And one of the dead giveaways was like, and we were walking too. We weren't driving. It wasn't like drinking and driving was going to be an issue. He was fine having one beer and being done. Pre-gaming a concert. I was
Gotcha.
like, oh, shoot, this ain't going to work. As I'm on like beer 3.
Yeah, our drinking habits don't align.
Uh-oh.
So you were walking from the bar to the concert?
Yeah, so we went to the concert. It was a good show. I can't even remember who it was right now. And so we leave, and we're saying goodbye to each other. I'm waiting to get picked up, and I was like, well, I feel like this is the time that people would normally kiss. In my head, I'm thinking, I imagine that is what we should do here. So we did, and as we're kissing, he's like, all right, we don't need to do this.
You could tell it just wasn't going anywhere.
I was like, oh, okay. I'm glad you feel that way.
Wait a minute. It was so bad you both agreed to not kiss anymore?
No, it was like we felt like we had to kiss because it's what you do at the end of a date.
Right.
And he's the one that stopped it and was like, yeah, we don't need to do this. And I was like, yeah, I guess we don't. This is so weird.
You're a first date kisser?
Yeah. We just awkwardly stood there. He waited for me to get picked. It was so weird. I almost just gave up right then and there.
A listener texted in. He goes by the name of Miles. Miles French kissed a gal in second grade and he threw up.
Oh, no. Oh, that reminds me of the most romantic makeout session I ever witnessed. I was at a party in St. Cloud State. I stepped outside to make a phone call. It was too loud inside, and there's a couple on the side of the house making out. Clearly very drunk, and they're really going at it. The guy in the couple kind of backs off and is like, give me a minute. Bends over, throws up everywhere.
Oh, no.
The girl was so repulsed by that, she started throwing up. So now they're both throwing up, getting it all out of their system. And then
Chain reaction.
And then they kind of looked at each other and just shrugged their shoulders and kept making out.
No, they didn't.
No.
That's not right.
That
Jail.
never happened.
Go to jail.
That is not correct. That's bad behavior.
That never happened. Miles, yeah, he French kissed a gal in second grade. He puked, and then he ran.
Oh, that's
that never
so
happened.
adorable.
Yeah, I would think that that's going to be tough. Well, I'm wondering, second grade, they're not that mean to their... Are they? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember second
remember
graders
that.
being jerks.
No.
I think there's a lot of vomit in second grade
Yeah.
where you're not picked on the
You're
same
probably
way you
okay.
might be in eighth grade. How about the bad breath? Anyone ever had to put the brakes
Just power
on?
through or whatever.
You just keep going through the
Yeah.
bad breath?
Yeah, nothing absolutely horrible, but certainly not good. Not Rigu.
It just doesn't sound accurate to me that the most common answer is people have only kissed 5 to 10 people in their lifetime.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, if you did this like in 1920, you could understand, but nowadays it sure seems like there's a different view on that stuff. Yeah, I would have assumed it would have been in the 20s on average for people.
3% of people have kissed, just like Josh and I, when we're asked how many times we've gone platinum. How many times have we gone platinum, Josh?
0 times.
0 times.
Unfortunately.
3% of people have kissed 0 times.
Oh, sorry. Everyone deserves to have a first kiss.
I was so old, what I considered old, 18, for my first real one. I kind of thought, well, it's never going to happen. All my friends had. I was the last by far.
You just thought
of all
you'd
my
never
friends.
get kissed.
I just didn't think it was going to happen. I made it that long.
Poor Josh.
You used to list the boys that you kissed, Ashley.
Yeah.
And how long did this list? How long did you keep an accurate log?
Probably through middle school.
Starting when?
6th grade.
Oh, that's a couple, 3 years then.
Yeah.
A friend of mine was also one of those list makers. And he was very popular with the girls. He ended up having like a 2-page friggin'... what's the point?
He's got like their height and weight in there.
Power rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember looking through it a couple of times, like in 8th grade. I'm like, hey, you wrote her down twice. He couldn't even keep track of who
Come
he
on,
was.
man. Get it together.
I don't know what was behind that. He was overly proud of his prowess with the girls at our junior high grade school. So I think he used it as a bragging point. Well, hey, look at. But I thought that was kind of odd. His mother found the list once, and she wanted to know. And he said, well, I'm having a party. I'm writing down the people that I want to invite to the party.
Yeah, I got a buddy who's awfully proud. I mean, he's very successful, a closer you might call him, but he had a booklet of Polaroids of a lot of the women he'd been with.
Polaroids,
a
wow.
lot of girls I worked with here as ex-girls and whatnot. Mucho Grande, that's my buddy. He got that nickname from a lady who gave him a happy ending at a massage parlor.
Oh.
That's a good walk. You know, according to him, now I thought about it, maybe I shouldn't trust the source.
Yeah.
He kept the pictures, huh?
Yeah. I'm assuming they're gone now, but... And he was always... You probably experienced this, the type of person... I take that back. Not type of person, but he would do this. I can't show that. No way, I can't do that. But then he'd get drunk, and the first thing he'd do is, everybody come on over here to my closet where I've got these books of Polaroids you got to take a look at.
That's not creepy at all. If I came across something like that, I would probably think that those were the women that he has murdered.
I never considered it. I don't know what happened to them. Maybe they're all dead.
Ashley, did you and your girlfriends when you were young, did you practice kissing on each other, or was that just in the movies?
That was just in the movies.
What about on a mirror or your hand?
Oh, definitely practice the mirror. Yeah. That's so ridiculous. Oh, my God. Stupid children.
On a mirror?
Yeah.
So you're licking a mirror?
Yeah.
You're pressing your mouth up against
It's pretty great.
You did that?
Oh, yeah.
You kissed a mirror?
Of course.
To see what you'd look like up close?
It's not pretty.
Hilarious. All right. Yeah.
Simon says, more than 5? You're all living in sin, you whores.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a disgusting run at times. It was tough to watch. Tough to watch. Then I caught mono.
That sucks, dude.
Caught mono.
Mono is terrible.
That might have slowed me down for a week or two. A week or two is how you say it when I caught mono, and I still have it, as you can tell.
It's been 30 years.
That was a rough one. You ever eaten anybody's snot?
No.
Yeah, that was me.
Thankfully, no.
That was me. Making out like a sumbitch. What is that?
Oh, God. The nose.
It was her snot. Her nose was running into my mouth. And I missed the final 2 weeks of school because of mono.
That sucks. I got it at the perfect timing. I got it like right before Christmas vacation. So I was out for like 2-3 weeks, and then Christmas vacay hit. I wasn't in school for like 2 months. It was so cool, besides like the dying thing.
And I got it. They warned you that you might die.
Yeah, they're like, hey, don't laugh too hard. If like your spleen ruptures, you're screwed. I don't know, something crazy.
And I got it to where I missed the last 2 weeks of 11th grade. So my summer vacation was 2 weeks longer than everybody else in school.
Suck it.
Wonderful thing.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
You know what we've been talking about here as we're closing this nightmare out? We've been talking about kissing. First kisses, bad ones, good ones. The conversation started by a group of people were surveyed, and they were asked, how many people have you kissed in your lifetime? The most common answer was 5 to 10. The biggest number on the board was 25. And I thought, Jesus balls, that's very conservative, in my opinion. But that's what the results told us. It brings me back to this one morning after we got off the air. I don't know, maybe it was a half hour after we got off the air. Josh said, Nick, kiss me. And I said, dude, I'm not going to kiss you. And he said, please, just kiss me. I said, I'm not comfortable with this. Stop. And he said, Nick, please kiss me. And I said, look, bro, I probably shouldn't even be banging you. You know what aggravates me, Josh?
What's that?
When people think that Kiss on My List is the superior Hall & Oates song to You Make My Dreams Come True, when it's obviously the opposite.
Do people say that?
Yes, they feel like Kiss on My List is the superior Hall & Oates song to You Make My... I don't even think... There's no competition there at all. Here's a text message.
I was too old, by the way, when I finally realized he's not saying kiss on my lips.
Right.
List and not lip. I honestly, I think it was maybe 6 or 7 years ago. 6, 7.
You see, he's made up a list of the best things in life.
Yeah.
And her kiss. What do you make of this text message? A listener says, I totally and completely made out with my cousin. I even touched your boobs. I refuse.
Oh, man.
I refuse to be judged. I was 12. She was 15. We were lonely kids in a very small town. Get over it.
Okay.
What do you make of that?
I think I would just keep that to myself.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't be texting that.
Oh.
That's something I would take to my grave. That's strange.
I mean, I'd forgive any of you for that.
Hey, you haven't seen my cousins, though.
He's seen mine. I don't know if he'd forgive me.
I mean, again, he was a 12-year-old kid, he says, living in a
Cousin
small
was
town.
15.
Yeah.
High school? You're
You
like,
got to remember,
my cousin.
we had a lot to choose from where we grew up, didn't we?
I guess that's true.
This guy had nothing to...
I guess I don't know what it's like to be in that position.
I mean, they kissed. He touched her boobs a little bit. They didn't have sex. I'm not judging you, bro, because I didn't have to walk in his shoes. Tiny little small town.
I guess I'm just not judging him for doing it. I'm just kind of find it odd that he just feels the need to present that story to people.
Well, he's just trying to. I think he's trying to entertain our listening audience. One female listener texted in to say, "I got scared once. I'm pretty sure I bit a herpe while I was kissing a guy." She was kissing a guy.
What?
They did some playful biting. She's pretty sure she bit into a herpe.
That's
You're pretty
unique.
sure.
A herpe.
Well, yeah, I mean, people get herpes on their lips all the time,
Sure.
don't they? Yeah.
Ugh.
But biting into one, that's
Yeah, I mean,
as Ashley might say, that's extra.
It was accidental. It was she was just playful.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Insomniac Jesus, he's got a rule.
Yeah, dude, I'm just like, imagine there's a taste. There's a taste there.
That tastes like herpes. That's some herpeos. Insomniac Jesus said, after 25 kisses, that means you're a whore. So that any more than 25, you cross the threshold into whore category.
He probably doesn't want to hear from that small-town cousin kisser, does he?
Somebody texted in and said, you couldn't waterboard that information out of me. Somebody else said, Batman couldn't beat that info out of me.
He's a 12-year-old kid. He's probably 50 now at one point or another.
This person says, I would have effed her. And it's got a hand-raised emoji.
He would have had sex with her?
Yeah, and he has a hand-raised emoji.
I'm in. That's what the hand raise means?
I guess.
A couple of texts otherwise on the topic of kissing. I was making out with a gal in the dark. She was below me. Felt some fluid somewheres. Thought it was her lipstick. Turned the lights on. Dude had a terrible bloody nose. He was he was bleeding all over the girl that he was.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
And that's how kinks are started.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you found that out.
Right there.
Wait a minute.
That's the origin story of your kink.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't put two and two together. You admitted a while back. Yeah, because we all should be mad at this guy who kissed his cousin in 1976. But Ashley.
Get off my back.
But Ashley tells us.
Shut up.
You were making out with a guy many years ago.
Yep.
And he got a bloody nose.
Yeah.
And that developed your blood kink fetish.
I thought, well, that was pretty hot.
Yeah.
I think that would have the opposite effect to me where it would ruin me from making out.
But dude out in a cornfield can't be kissing his cousin for 5 minutes, right?
True.
One last listener says, I was really kissing the living hell out of this gal when I was young, and I lost control of what I was doing. And I stuck my tongue right up her nose.
Oh. No.
I've had my dog do that to me where...
It's the worst.
How do they snake the tongue up so far?
Well, they're tall, right? So he likes to sometimes jump up on...
No. Because I've had the same experience where a dog has stuck its tongue up my nose, and I was impressed how far up my nose the tongue was able to travel.
You think it's because they've got like a thin tongue, maybe?
Yeah.
It's able to get up in there?
Malleable.
You've had the same thing.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like he was tickling behind your eye there for a second.
But both of us are looking at each other like, I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Right.
That's awful odd.
That happens too. Or like when they're giving you kisses and they accidentally get you when your mouth is open and you look at each other like... We tell nobody about this.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I'm with you on that. Before we go, are we wrapped up?
Hell yeah.
Okay,
I think so,
I don't want
yeah.
to cut anybody off.
No.
I don't want to be presumptuous.
I'm all kissed out.
Happy birthday to Reese, a.k.a. Reese's Pieces. He's turning the big 01 today, don't you know?
That's cute. They call him Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. Cute.
I like it.
It's a cool name, too.
Happy birthday to you from Dad, Muscled Dilf Jesus.
Half-assed morning show 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.